to the Dangerville podcast.
Like we always do about this time.
Did you pound that whole fucking beer?
Oh, fuck yeah.
No wonder why you're fucking Jesus. Hey.
Nice.
Alright, we're rolling. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Hey, man, fuck. A little bit of a crunch time here, getting things rolling for you guys.
It's all good.
Yeah. So, Paradigm Shifter. I saw you guys. We were talking a little bit at the Pyramid Scheme. It's got to be like a year ago now or something. It was ISD and Intransient. Was it ISD's release show or something?
I think it was a Transient that they had like album release. Yeah.
Oh, it was badass.
Was it three of us?
You did not have a drummer.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a drummer now?
We do, yeah.
That's nice, yeah. I was like, I kind of want to drum for these guys, and I was like, I just don't have time.
Every drummer's already in like three bands.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, it's ironic because for a short period of time, our drummer was in 3 bands, including ours.
Right, yeah.
And our bassist.
Yeah.
Insane.
I think he was he like new in your band at that point, the bassist or something?
Probably fairly new at that point, yeah.
I know he was like doing the splits and shit.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's fucking crazy. He's nuts.
That's a bold move.
Which is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's done it all pretty much at this point.
Speaking of being hammered, though, I was fucking hammered at that show.
Really?
That's part of the reason why I remember it. Do you remember? Do you remember?
Yeah,
I was
do.
fucking. We had went to dinner or something beforehand, and I was already in the bag. And then the fucking Pyramid Scheme, they don't fuck around, man. The drinks there are like really strong.
You're just fully loaded.
Yeah, I was drinking like Jameson and Cokes or something, and I just remember being like, just absolutely fucking hammered at that.
Bartender's got a heavy hand.
Yeah.
They got that ratio down pat.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah. I mean, better that than fucking not, but
For sure.
Yeah. Getting your money's worth.
Yeah. How long you guys been doing the band?
Oh, man. Well, I would say me and Trace are probably like the founding members or the longest running. Like me and this guy have been in bands for probably like 15 years.
Yeah,
something like that. But I think it was like 5 or 6 years. I was texting you the other day. I saw something pop up and I was like, oh, damn, we've been around for like, I think 6 years at this point. 2018, something like that.
Nice.
And we started with
2017.
We started with full lineup. We had I guess the other founding member would be Isaac Petit. He was our drummer for a while, and he ended up getting busy. But he's the reason why we're have the band name. He kind of came up with that one, and our original logo was kind of his idea. And
it's a sweet band name.
No, thanks.
Yeah. I mean, he just like tossed out 8 ideas, and I was like, that one sounds cool.
That's how it is, right?
There's not much of a story behind that, I guess.
I got a running list of band names. I've had a couple come off of that list for sure. And I've
you're just like watching something one day, and you're just like, I got to write that down.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Dibs.
Yeah, we always do dibs, dude. We grew up doing dibs, like song name dibs, band name dibs. Somebody would say something.
Right. And then he and I have this. We got to find the list, man. We used to talk about fucking rapper names of like 200 deep.
Hundreds of glorious rapper names. Increasingly funny rapper names.
Just getting more and more preposterous that nobody could ever actually call themselves. But
all of which were already taken for the most part.
Right.
And fake band names too, man. I fucking love like funny. It's like the same thing, like comedy band names. Right. Like I don't know why. I think that's so funny.
Verb the noun.
Yeah. That's like the 2010s.
Yeah. Everybody's verb the noun or something Alexandria.
Yeah. Right. How many you guys got, like full-length records and shit out, or like what
No.
not particularly. It's kind of just it's a full-length mishmash of songs that we came up with, but they're fairly old at this point.
Yeah, there's like a handful of demos that are out there, and then like we started, I think, just releasing singles.
Oh yeah, that's the move. No, I'm working on a full length right now. I'm never doing it again. This is the last one.
I feel the same way. I'm like, we have I don't know, like probably 9-ish songs that I'm like, do we release an album, or do we just like set a schedule and just start releasing them or something like that? I feel like it's
hard because when you get like, now it's like, now you got the 9 and they like kind of maybe feel like they belong together, so you kind of want to like put it out as a thing, but then you get fucking mired down in the fucking full length recording, you know, and it just takes so long.
You're putting
and
like
shit.
all your work into like one basket, and
Yeah.
it's so much work because it's
Yeah.
like if you have good songs that you want to do music videos for, you want to
Yeah.
get those done ahead of time. It's like at least with singles you can kind of just like do stuff as you go.
And there are
Yep.
basically 6 dudes on the planet with the attention span to listen to a full-length album.
I
Because
know.
we're 2 of them.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the idea, but I mean, even with the newer stuff that we've been writing, they're not necessarily like super cohesive.
Right.
Yeah.
We thought about
Right.
maybe doing like an EP of kind of
Yeah.
like songs with similar tone and whatnot.
Right,
but,
right. I feel like that was some of the things too with what I'm working on. It kind of became this full length, but it was kind of like the first 3 kind of really go together, and then like this other 3 kind of really go together.
Kind of goes off
Right.
with this
Yeah.
Buddy Holly
Goes to a
riff.
Buddy Holly riff. So yeah, I get it. But
I don't even know if I have the experience to put out a good full length album because you got to write so many songs and then
Well,
you
if
got
you
to
got
pick your
9,
best
that's a
ones
full length.
and
Well-
see what's like cohesive. But that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's like, we have 9, but they're not.
our timetable
all over
for
the place,
writing
I feel
even
like.
one single song is kind of absurd. Like there's songs that we've been kind of like halfway done with
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
And
Right.
to be able to actually have like a thematic connection between 10 to 12 songs is wild. I don't
know if
have
you
the
need
writing
It doesn't have
chops
to be like
for
a
it.
concept album,
Right.
you know, like, yeah, but like
Doesn't
a lot
have
of
to be,
that-
but it should
But
be,
it
to be
should be.
clear.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you guys had a singer, you know, then you could write a concept album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just if one day we
Change things.
hopefully find a singer, because
Yeah.
we're totally looking for one.
I was just trying to make a joke on your Facebook, ripping on me.
No,
I was like,
and I didn't. Yeah,
I was like, sing. I do kind of stand by that statement, though. There are a lot of bands that I'm kind of like, this band would actually probably be a better band without the singer.
well, it's
That's
it's
a
the thing
big
that,
make
like,
or break point for a lot of
Yeah.
people.
for a general, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you have people who like it, then sweet. But certain singers do tend to alienate potential
Yeah,
fans, just basically on tone and whatnot.
Right.
Yes.
I don't love neither one of us are big fans of just like of screaming metal, just screaming all the time. Like I love melody and great singers and shit.
Right.
And like obviously that's a lot harder to do, is why most people just do screaming and whatever. I mean, I think it is. But regardless, that to me, I'm just kind of like, you guys are playing like, I'm just fictionalizing some band. I'm like, you guys are playing like this really interesting music, and then there's just some guy screaming at me that I'm like, why? I don't really need that.
There are times where
You
it
know?
feels like it clashes for sure.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, there's a dude screaming. I can't understand what you're saying. I don't know what it is.
Well placed scream here and there. Is
Yeah,
one
no,
thing
yeah,
the
like,
entire time. It's,
it's
like, God
like-
damn, like it's the dominant song, the music's fucking ripping, and then some douchebag just. Yeah,
I mean, do you guys fuck with Lamb of God at all? Because
A
that's
little
like
bit.
that's like a prime example for me for like
Yeah, but
I'm into it because it also
but
fits the
top,
music.
Yeah,
too.
he's like a top tier at it though too.
Yeah.
And there's that thing. Like I love fucking Gojira. Like that guy to me is like, because there's like melody within that kind of scream or something.
Yeah, he can
Whereas,
he can pitch his screams,
Yeah,
which is
there's
so
stuff like that.
badass.
Right.
It's so cool.
and that's what I'm saying. Is like when you got somebody like that,
Right.
that's a different situation.
when you can
know?
use it like the musical qualities of screaming to
Right.
complement the track rather
Yeah.
than just some
Yeah.
people just don't have that much variety with
A
it.
lot of it's just at the local level. It's just like, hey, here's our fucking meathead buddy who wants to, just drinking beers.
Yeah,
He's gonna be the singer.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
Sweet.
he gets down in the pit with his shirt off and he screams.
Right. And that's fine. It's fine. I'm just kind of like, giving my huge opinion a little bit here.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I mean that is part of the reason why we're instrumental
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we think we just have potentially more of a broad reach and not that we're like really reaching all over the place, but
Shifting paradigms.
oh yeah,
it's
across
shifted, it's been shifted.
across the world.
But yeah, and we just listen to a lot of instrumental stuff these days
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of what we're trying to
Yeah,
emulate.
I like that kind of shit too. What I love about that is like the listenability of it, like that you don't have to pay attention. You know what I mean? Like you can throw on fucking animals as leaders and like
Work
clean
on
the
something.
house. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like whatever. Like
Exactly.
I actually really love that. I listen to a ton of ambient music in that same regard.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I
Me
feel like
too.
it kind of opens things up too, because not that you can't have vocals with super intricate stuff, but like for some
Yeah.
animals as leader type shit, like
Yeah.
are you really gonna put vocals over that?
I would
It's-
hate to try.
It's just
I would hate to try.
it's very chaotic,
But then again, I listened to Periphery and I think, how the hell did he come up with this line over this complicated,
Right.
odd time?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because they'll write
Section.
guitars and drums before he even listens to it.
Yeah.
Did you guys like the new Tesseract record, The War of Being or whatever?
Haven't gotten a chance. Well,
You guys could probably just like spout off a bunch of modern rock and
Not
metal
really.
albums,
Not
and I'd
really,
be like,
honestly.
no, because I
No.
listen to some
Steve was
weird
like,
shit.
Yeah, I'm struggling just to come up with Tesseract at you guys. I'm trying to come up with something you guys know.
I need to dig into Tesseract because I'm pretty sure I would dig it a lot. But yeah,
Yeah.
I tend to get tunnel vision with stuff that I'm
It's
really into.
hilarious
And then I
because
just
what
freaking
you guys play, I thought you guys would be like the biggest fucking Tesseract fans in the world.
Never heard of them.
I've heard people compare us to them, and I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure I've heard tracks from
I
them.
mean, they're
just
one of
Yeah,
like the
so-
top 3 gent metal bands
For sure.
or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Those
like-
dudes around like in the early mid '90s, or am I thinking
No,
this? What's
they're-
the
they're a
band
little
that
later.
sounds like
They're from the UK,
Tesseract?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Daniel Tompkins, their singer, is to me, he's like one of the best working singers out there right now. He's incredible. He's a guy that can do it all. You should definitely check him out, and you should check out his other band that I liked better. It was called Sky Harbor. Did you ever hear Sky Harbor?
Yep, I've heard of it. Yeah.
I
They're a
didn't
bunch
know
of
that guy
Indian
was,
dudes, and it's sort of like he had like quit Tesseract because they were like, I think they were getting like into some like hard drugs and shit, and he didn't want this singer guy, something like that. I don't know. He left that band for a minute and started this other thing with these dudes all from India. But it's very similar, modern gent prog stuff. But they were like more melodic and a little more proggy, where Tesseract's a little more metal. And they put out this fucking one record. It's just fucking incredible, just absolutely amazing. And then he quit that band and joined Tesseract again, which I've never thought has been as good as this other thing. But Tesseract's sweet. I mean, you guys play video games?
when I can.
Yeah, maybe me more than you. I don't know.
Probably you more than
Yeah.
me. Like I play video games. By that I mean I play like 2 video games
Yeah,
for a long ass time.
PC gamer, so I am superior.
I don't play any at all, but their thing, the reason I bring it up is their thing is their new thing is like it's supposed to be like a video game or something. There's a whole like
Really?
there's a whole game that goes to it. They were like crowdfunding to actually make the game.
No kidding.
And everything, and like the
You know,
videos are like super like.
I
That's
feel
actually
like
kinda
that
cool.
makes sense because there's so much in like modern metal that like correlates with video games, like
Yeah,
the
it does.
sound, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
And then I feel like Mick Gordon just absolutely
Yeah.
very applicable
ingrained
to
that
sci-fi.
into everybody's music.
Is
or,
that the dude, the Doom guy?
Yeah.
he wrote the music for the 2 Doom games, which are
Yeah. That shit's amazing.
Yeah.
Those soundtracks.
so
Badass.
good. It's like some of the best like VFX work.
Doom's a horrifying game, dude. Everything in its totality, the fucking visuals,
It's
the music and stuff.
I'm not good at it.
I've never played Doom. I just like the
it's
soundtrack.
incredibly hard.
Yeah.
I played it on 32X. You remember 32X back in the day? That Bush League fucking plug-in for Sega Genesis. That might be a little before you got
Oh
there.
man, I don't know.
That-
Doom,
that wasn't
like
with
the
me.
first Doom, like on PC, like first Doom,
Hey.
like way back, like 93
Yeah.
or whatever, like the first one came out, like old school shit. It was like the first 3D game like ever. Nobody had
Yeah.
ever seen anything like it. We were
It
like,
was-
oh my god.
It was like the birth.
Graphics are amazing.
Yeah, it's like the birth of all modern
Yeah.
FPS shooters,
It really
first-person
is. Yep.
shooters.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Yeah, you'd probably be into Tesseract if you checked it out a little bit.
Yeah, I might
sure
need to
I
do
would
that. It's you know what's fucked up. My fiance, when I first met her, was like listening to like country and then she was into rock and stuff like, but just like 97.9 GRD type
Yeah.
stuff, you know, like Chevelle Bush and Disturbed and whatever. And then she likes Slipknot, but Slipknot's pretty wide reaching for how heavy they
yeah,
are
for a metal
but
band,
like
yeah, sure.
I'd show her stuff I listen to and she'd be like, yeah, I don't know, it's it's just like screaming all the time. Now she listens to the heaviest shit ever. She's like blasting the new Knocked Loose all the time. And
know what that is,
like
but
and
the
I'm
shit's
I'm
brutal.
in the garage like listening to Flamingosis, which is just like funk,
Right.
like DJ funk.
Yeah.
And she's just in there listening to the heaviest
My
shit.
sugar bust. Nothing but.
It's just makes no sense. She surpassed me.
Yeah. I don't know,
the
like
teacher has become the student.
right. right. I don't know a ton of like actually like especially like underground shit anymore. Like I've just literally have just gotten too old. I think I'm not following like what's out there.
It's incredibly saturated now too.
Oh, that's the other
just
thing,
Like,
yeah.
There's so many people with capabilities to make their
Yeah.
own music now, which is great.
Right.
But it's
Yeah.
also like
Yeah, exactly.
it's
It's an infinite amount of shit to try and like keep track of / listen to, and it's just like, I ain't got time.
Yeah.
for
Dude, I
this
was like,
more.
I kept like sending you stuff where I was like, hey, you remember this album? Because I completely forgot about it.
Yeah,
And it was
you
really
were-
good.
It's wild how that happens.
Yeah, there's stuff that just randomly pops in my head, and I was like, I used to listen to this all the time, and I
Right.
completely forgot about it and haven't listened to it in forever.
Yeah.
Same thing with that Sky Harbor album. I threw that in like a week
Yeah.
ago for the first time. I was like, I fucking forgot about these guys. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's a great
Yeah.
record, right?
Go back and you're like,
Bang.
there's some jams on this.
Yeah, but I do that, but my shit's like fucking going back and listening to the Stone Temple Pilots, you know,
Yeah,
like
there
shit
you
that's
go.
like even older, you know. Like,
SCP never left the rotation,
No,
so
they- yeah,
that's
they
a miss
fucking
on
rule.
your part, baby.
No, I'm just saying, you know, but it's like this that same kind of thing. Or like lately, in the last couple of years, I just keep going further back in time. It's like I'm not listening to like modern stuff. I just keep going back.
Yeah.
You know, like just listening to like discovering old shit that I never
Yeah.
caught from the 70s, or you know, just like trying to educate myself.
That's cool though, because on top of how much music there is out there right now, there's just like decades of shit
Yeah.
that I've never touched, obviously. So
Yeah.
I understand it.
Yeah, it's fun to go down rabbit holes and just kind of like educate yourself in a genre or like a time period or something. Even if you don't like love it, just like having like a basic understanding of like what it was, you know, like I went down a little bit of like a Prince rabbit hole and the whole fucking Minneapolis sound and all that, like his whole thing and whatever,
Right.
you know. And before that, I was going on a huge fucking funk kick, like an actual like 70s funk thing for like, that was last year. It's like all I listened to. It's just like actual fucking funk.
You kind of get like
know?
a better understanding of current stuff because it's so
Yeah.
foundational to
Oh,
everything
man, you
that's
hear-
being
you
done
hear it and,
today.
like,
You know, it's just
yeah.
like building block upon building block, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's how we
Yeah.
got here.
I think that's the problem with our music too, is like for like making an album, we're constantly trying like new weird shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm down for anything. I'll record whatever you want. Like it can be really chill or absolutely batshit
Yeah.
crazy. I don't
That's one of
care.
the best parts about. That's kind of what he was saying about doing an instrumental band. Is you're like, hey, it's complete freedom.
Yeah.
you know, you
It
don't
kinda
have to
is.
cater to like a guy with a certain voice or a certain style or even a certain key. Like some singers don't want to be in certain keys or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
and
like,
you're
you can
writing all the instruments for vocals, like all the parts. You know,
So it's like you got to have verses and choruses with it. You can you guys can just be like. And then it does this fucking
Goes from this
crazy
part to this part.
for no
for
reason.
no reason.
You know, that's one of the best parts. You don't have to ask why. You can just ask why not.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know? And it's like,
absolutely.
Yeah, why
fuck it,
not?
Because it's awesome. Like I read Dream Theater's they had this like authorized biography or something. This was like it's got to be 15 years ago. It was when Portnoy was originally in the band still, so it's a long time ago, but they had interviews in there with some of the original singers. They went through like 4 or 5 different dudes, tried out a bunch of guys or whatever. And I always remember this fucking one dude was like, yeah, it was cool, but I felt like I needed to transform into a tiger on stage in order to be their front man. And I was just kind of like, yeah, that about sums it up. Like, it's kind of like a horrible gig to try to be the singer in that band. Cause like, you know,
I
like,
can only imagine.
yeah.
I need to listen to more Dream Theater too, but yeah, it's nuts, and I couldn't imagine trying to be a singer,
Right.
And like relating to people with this really complex
Right.
complex music.
Yeah.
He just like leaves the stage for like 10 minutes at a time. You know, it's just like,
All right,
all
James, you need to take a break.
Breezing back into Patty
yeah,
Cakers.
dude.
A couple minutes here.
Dude,
The
those
young newest thing.
bands with just really long songs. It's like, how do you do it?
Yeah.
As a front man, like
Right, exactly. Yeah.
fucking
Or a fucking drummer, honestly.
yeah, well, yeah, or a drummer, yeah.
Writing
Fucking
insanely
Periphery
long.
with their like 16-minute long song.
Dude.
That
play
never really
live.
phased me. I can usually remember like song structures and shit pretty well.
Well, I would just like get worn the fuck out.
there's that too. Yeah, the
Just the
physical
stamina
thing.
from it. Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
structure of Octavarium? Go.
That was hilarious. That's one of the only like Dream Theater records that I don't know really that well.
Oh, really?
You're not missing much, my friend.
Well, I've heard
or was
various
that
some-
I think maybe Octavarium was a decent. I don't know. There was a stretch
It
there
was
that I'm
like
pretty
Systematic
questionable.
Chaos was kind of weak too. There were a few in there. There was a time when that fucking Dream Theater record came out that he's talking about where I was broke and it was still CDs, and there was like a 9 Inch Nails record that came out that I don't know because I was too broke to buy it. There was a fucking Dream Theater record I was too broke to buy it. So this is like 2005. Yeah. Like, you know, you used to have to fucking actually go to the goddamn store and pay $20.
We'll give
for a
hand
CD,
jobs for
yeah.
album money.
Paying $20 fucking for a CD.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Did you guys, were you like CD era? Like, did you have like
Yeah.
CDs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. At least the tail end of it. I definitely remember going to the freaking FYE. in the
FYE and
mall,
like Hot Topic to pick up the
grabbing my
latest
first handful of like inspirational bands, which at the time were kind of butt rocky, but you know,
Yeah.
it is for everybody when you're 13 or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first actual CD was that. I think it was that Stone Temple Pilots album. Like physical CD.
Oh,
it was
wow,
like
okay.
that and Super Unknown, Soundgarden, Super Unknown.
That's a pretty huge
But still
first
fucking
one, man.
rules.
Do you remember your first CD that you bought?
I do.
Even if you didn't buy it, your parents maybe.
Yeah,
I don't. It was fucking 3 Days Grace 1X.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
I was really into them in middle school.
Yeah.
What
That's kinda
songs were on that
pop-punk kinda thing.
album?
Yeah. It was kind of like just
Sort of like Animal or something.
yeah, Animal I've Become and
Yeah.
and, others, but but yeah, that was
Memorable tracks, such
You know,
as
that was a big deal for me because I grew up around like a shitload of like contemporary Christian music, and then everybody in my immediate family got into like radio country.
Yeah.
Which so every time like
That was like a phase.
that was just when I was kind of starting to develop my own music tastes and kind
Right.
of going outside of that. So
Yeah.
I still jam to some of those tracks sometimes. But.
Yeah, you know,
That's
you gotta
fun.
go- I think my first CD that I got, well, probably my parents bought it for me, but was I think it was U2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I was into that. I think somebody showed it to me, and I was like, "Yeah, this is cool."
I've never gotten the
U2
appeal.
way back in the day, like their first, they had some good songs way back in the day, like
Yeah.
1988 kind of shit
Gotcha.
or whatever, you know. The last thing that I liked that they did, there was a fucking like Batman soundtrack. Which fucking Batman? It's the one that has Kissed by a Rose,
Yeah.
Seal, Kissed by a Rose.
Is that
which
the
you cannot
Clooney
fuck with.
Batman?
It's gotta be.
It might
I'm pretty sure it's Clooney,
Clooney or
Batman.
Val
I'm pretty-
Kilmer? I think it's the Clooney Batman.
Yeah, and it had a Smashing Pumpkins song on
Yeah.
it that was fucking sweet, and there was a U2 song that was like really dark. It was like this kind of like, and it had this kind of crazy ass video. Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds like a Tim Burton, George Clooney, Schwarzenegger Batman. I'm pretty sure that's what
that wasn't Tim Burton. Though.
To be clear,
wasn't-
Kiss by a Rose is
Kiss
the
by a Rose
jam on
fucking
that.
rules. Oh,
There's
dude.
no fucking with Kiss by
That
a
was the
Rose.
jam of the
Seal,
decade,
baby,
dude.
Seal owns. If you want some Kiss by a Rose, the other day,
Yeah.
rocking out to some Seal.
I
my
tried
man.
learning it, like singing it, and it is difficult.
Oh yeah, dude.
Difficult
Yeah.
to sing, man. He's got a unique, interesting sort of higher range that's just like
You got to get the proper amount of smoke damage to the lungs and the
Yeah.
facial contusions and whatnot to really
Yeah,
let you get to that range.
you gotta have those acne scars or whatever the fuck he's got going on there.
I think he was burned super badly,
No,
wasn't
it was. I think it was some disease or something.
It was actually a horrible, life-threatening injury.
Look up Seal.
Nah, who said
Look up
that?
Seal has his facial scars.
Why does Seal
Yeah,
look
what?
Why is Seal ugly as fuck?
What happened to him?
What happened to
There's
Seal?
one guy at
fuck's wrong with
Google monitoring search just going, boss, we got one coming in about Seal's disfigurement here. Look into this.
Here we go. Oh yeah, it's something.
That's something.
It's
I love this.
I don't know if
picture of
that's
actual
acne
Seal.
Why does he look like a seal?
Seal owns. To be clear, Seal fucking kicks ass.
Holding down
Look it up,
Heidi
though, like,
Klum
what-
for a decade.
What is
Like,
he? Why? Like why? I'm pretty sure.
this not Dave Grohl t-shirt.
Josh, we know, we're aware that he exists.
Like how you just searched seal
It's like
too.
in fact confirmed that Seal was a singer at one point.
It's both a man and a mammal.
gotta be.
Just look at why is Seal scars? Just look at scars.
Why is Seal's
Oh my
face
God.
mad fucked up?
Oh my god. This is the worst Googling of all time.
I
Prominent
can
scar
spell.
on Seal's face is the result of lupus.
Wow, lupus.
Damn.
Discoid lupus erythematosus.
Anybody have
There's
lupus
your
on
band name.
on the bingo card?
There's a new band name, boys. We are Discord lupus erythematosus.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
That's at least a song title.
Yeah, it really is. Anyway, Seal kicks ass. Shout out to Seal.
She's the man.
Kiss by a rose, baby.
Yeah, you know who else is ugly?
Man, what the fuck else is going on? I feel like we really put it out there.
Did you guys,
They blew that load in the first 20 minutes there.
did you guys see the friggin' the painting got vandalized?
Yeah.
Yes, but also not really. Are you talking about the King Charles painting?
Yeah.
It didn't even damage the glass or the painting at all. It was
Oh, was it like a
it was
sticker?
just a publicity stunt. Yeah,
Yeah.
it caused no damage to anything.
Oh,
Which
that's
is kind
lame.
of bullshit. Come on.
It was just to draw attention, which it did.
So you mean if you like, so it's still like the case if you like duplicate it and then flip it upside down and then put it in front of a mirror, it looks like Satan, right? Like,
it looks like that right way up with nothing done to it.
yeah.
Like I saw memes with them comparing it to like Vigo from Ghostbusters
Yeah,
2
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Like,
Was it like one of those like ecological type groups
Yeah.
doing
yeah,
this?
it was an animal rights group
Oh my
type
God.
thing. But
Awesome.
yeah.
Come on, guys.
That makes me want to harm animals more.
Seriously.
It had something
so
to do
aggravating.
with like, I don't know, there was some kind of cruelty happening in places that like the king had like signed off on and
he
acted
was-
like it was all
yes,
Gucci and
yes.
then but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, he was supposed to be some kind of fucking ambassador to fucking.
I'm not from
across
the pond.
I feel like you could do that to
no,
like every historical painting of someone or statue
exactly.
or whatever.
It's like, okay,
because
cool, let's
everybody
really
was
paint it.
assholes back then. They didn't know what they were doing. You know?
Yeah, fuck it. Which maybe we should just start doing that. Just start fucking going to the museum here.
Let's go
and just,
deface some shit.
Listen to
Fuck it.
Dangerville podcast.
Start throwing our logo up on shit. Going to art
Sick
prize
advertising
and shit.
plan.
Pretty hard.
Sick PR plan.
Sticker.
It's just a prank, dude.
Yeah, it's stickers on shit.
Yeah, sticker slap and everything.
Oh man. So how are you?
I'm freaking tired, man. I just moved into a new house.
Did you?
Non-stop work, it feels like.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
It's a cool house, though. It's a cool spot.
Yeah. I
What
love
part of
it.
town you in?
Oh.
Give everybody your address.
Yeah. 3. No, I'm just kidding. Up in like Twin Lake.
Nice.
Northern Muskegon, really.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Michigan
up there.
Adventure Country, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not really Twin Lake.
10 minute
Is
drive.
that right? Yeah, it's right there somewhere.
It's pretty close, yeah.
It's north. Yeah, that's
really
like
not too far.
North Muskegon. Twin Lake's like a little further inland, isn't it?
I'm like on the very border.
On the-
It barely feels like it. I'm like south of Twin Lake, so I'm more northern Muskegon, but
Gotcha. We're from Fruitport. Represent.
oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
kind of up there.
Did you guys grow up here in Grand Rapids and shit? Or?
I like the Hudsonville area.
We're
Yeah,
both from Hudsonville.
Okay. Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Not wrong.
The Bible Belt. They have the
It
Bible Belt.
really is.
It's a quote unquote nice place to grow up. But
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, but you know.
If you like to go to church, there's
Yeah.
plenty of
Every
it.
fucking
They love
corner.
them some church up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. It's all fucking like Hudsonville's just like all these cookie cutter houses now on all these man-made lakes
Oh,
and shit
yeah.
out there. It's all
God,
just
yeah.
damn, dude, where my parents' house is, they're like, it's not even the country anymore. They're
No, no.
developing it like crazy.
crazy.
Same thing with my wife's parents. They live out in Jamestown, and when they moved in, there was only like 2 other houses on like the entire block, and now
Right.
things are just popping off over there.
Yep. Yeah, we do where I work, we do a ton of work over there because it's all new build shit. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't love it. It's not my favorite spot in West Michigan. It's one of
Yeah.
the
Right.
Well, we just moved from Kentwood, and that was like it was like a complete 180
Yeah, it
from where
really
we
is.
live
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Is fucking crazy where we live.
Up in the hood.
Yeah,
Kenwood used to be the nice part of Grand
Brentwood.
Rapids back in the day.
yeah. I don't know. I think my dad grew up out there, but he told me stories.
Yeah, now it's Cuntwood.
Brentwood.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool though. Yeah, we Shapeman's still in Kalamazoo. I lived down in Kalamazoo for a while and then came up here. So, but Grand Rapids definitely my favorite spot that I've ever lived. Not like I've lived that many places.
Yeah.
It's It's my
I've
favorite
been
of all the two
everywhere,
places
man.
Of the 4 places I've lived, it's definitely my favorite.
I've
There's
been
nowhere.
everywhere.
Nothing else is better.
Yeah, do you guys like where do you guys like rehearse? You got like a
Well, like now we can rehearse at our new place.
The new setup
Yeah.
will be at Jared's current place.
Yeah, we just haven't gotten the chance to get
Yeah.
together there. So I've
But-
only been there for a few weeks.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, like we got like 2 living rooms. So one's like kind of our main living room. Then
Right.
the other one we're like, I don't know what to do with.
Podcast
And
lounge.
she's just like, yeah, you can use it for your band. I'm like, all right, I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
No backseats.
The studio.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You were probably like, what am I going to do with this extra room?
Yeah.
We're just
Two people with all these rooms.
Yeah.
Dude, it's ridiculous
Where am I
for
going to put my
the 2 of
music
us.
equipment?
Where's all my guitars gonna go?
Yeah.
That feeling.
way more space than we ever thought we'd have. Is amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is it like you got woods and shit? Like
Yeah,
wooded?
yeah, like 2.5 acres.
Nice.
And the best thing is like the lot next to us, because we're on like one lot that's like 1.25 acres, but then directly next to us, there's nothing like separating them or anything.
Yeah.
But it's technically its own lot, and that's also 1.25 acres. But they sold that to us as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So between the two, no one can put their fucking house right
Right.
next to
Yeah,
ours.
that's the move.
So there's like real separation between both neighbors on both sides.
Nice.
And it's just like, oh, thank God.
Laying claim to that
That is
surrounding property.
That's like
Yeah.
the mini bike track over there right now.
Okay. Nice. You guys
Yeah.
into that kind of shit then?
Oh, yeah.
He is more
Yeah.
so, but
Me and my buddies just got into, well, started out with dirt bikes. And then I was like, I'm going to hurt myself on this thing.
Yeah.
And then
I don't fuck with those things.
then we're like, these mini bikes are actually really fun. And then we modded the shit out of them. And then now they're probably just as dangerous.
Now they're just small dirt bikes without shocks.
they're just chunky.
I've had multiple of my friends ride it, and I'm like, all right, now it's not a normal mini bike, like, so don't like whiskey throttle this thing, and they just go whoop, and it just flies out from underneath them.
Right.
My buddy's just fucking around on a dirt bike for the first time like 2 years back. Immediately sends a photo out to everybody with the most horrifically dislocated ankle you've ever seen.
Oh
Just
my
gash at the leg.
beautiful.
Those things are wicked, man.
Yeah.
I fuck with those.
I don't fuck around. The guitarist in my band back when I was doing Holloway way back in the day. Now, fucking he was really into dirt bikes, and he still actually works on them. That's what he does for a living. But like, he fucking ripped his finger off in a dirt bike crash.
Like severed it or degloved it.
No, like basically like so, I don't know, it was like
I
broken.
fucking
it was
hate that
hanging
term.
on by like,
Degloving.
I hate that.
It's bad, right? Yeah. And it was like it was under. He was like wearing gloves too, you know, like whatever, like gear,
Yeah.
full gear and shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's going Jerry Garcia style the rest of the
Yeah,
time
that was-
after that.
That was
Oh my
about the
God.
end of his guitar playing career.
Oh,
Did you guys see the video of the dude that got his foot staked by a stick while he was on a dirt bike?
oh my God! Yes,
may
I've
have
seen that.
Pull that up.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Take a
I
little
will.
look-see
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
He's like riding through like trails in the woods, right?
Yeah,
and one
yeah,
just
it's in
pops
Michigan
up and
too. It's like just an hour north of here.
Fuck.
probably on the trails
that
I
shit,
live
man.
by.
Yeah, there are a lot of like snowmobile trails.
Yeah,
and all that
the
shit up
Cedar
around
Creek
there.
trails are like right up
Yep.
the road from me, which is
Yep.
dope.
Yeah, indeed. I don't fuck with any of that shit, man. I'm too paranoid about like I don't want to fuck up my hands and shit.
Yeah, no, I get it, man.
Or your knees.
I always think about
Yeah,
that on my
any of that.
job.
Yeah,
I was
or
like, I don't want to
knees
mess
or-
up my hands.
Literally like 6 months ago, I was at my sister's house. We were hanging out in the hot tub, and all the lights were off outside because she hadn't gotten lights set up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But I went in to grab something, and I walked around the corner of the house in the dark, and I stepped directly into like a 5-foot deep egress window hole.
Yeah.
Dude, this was months ago, and I still got like scarring on here, and I can't believe I didn't crack my fucking head open.
that's a
But
problem.
It was wild. You know, I was drinking a little bit too, but, you know.
Yeah.
But it was
you,
like,
like-
I was turning the corner, and all of a sudden,
Didn't you like come to practice like the next day?
I went to work like the next 3 days. And I have pictures on my phone. It looked fucked
Oh my
up
God,
for a while.
dude.
But
Can't-
nothing broken.
Can't believe you didn't break
like
that.
bruised
Is this
the
this
shit
video?
out of my shin.
Yeah.
Oh man,
This is
Moto
it.
Med. I'm not sure I want to see
Give it
this.
to me.
I don't love this kind of thing. I don't
Soak in
love
this
watching it.
intro a little
Strap
bit.
in,
This
dude.
is-
You never watched Scarred on MTV?
Come on.
My wife takes X-rays in an
Got the
emergency room,
boots
so I've
on
seen
and
some
everything.
What happened? How did that happen?
He I don't know if it's going to show us the lead up because this is like a compilation. Oh, here it is.
If I remember right, it's like when you run sticks over, sometimes they flip up, and then it flipped up and then went.
Yeah, see, they're not going to. Yeah.
It like jammed against
Yeesh.
whatever was on the ground, and then his foot, and yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
that,
I mean,
dude.
I've had it happen riding through the woods really fast, where a stick kicks up and it smacks you in the leg, and it hurts. But
Yeah.
that's bad. That's
Yeah,
real
it's
bad.
Crazy.
Anything when you're going fast, dude. I never fucked with dirt bikes, but I used to ride like road bikes for a
Yeah.
long time. Dude, you get hit by a bug doing 70s.
Yeah, and you're just like, fuck, right in the chest.
punishing.
You ever swallow a bug, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Swallowed a big June bug on the way here.
Full face helmet and a hornet gets in your helmet.
Oh, dude.
And you're like, stop!
That happened to my girlfriend one time. She's wigging out on the back. And going, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, there's a beam. I held the
Fuck that shit.
It's like right next to your mouth.
That's a problem.
When I do it, I'm not even on a bike, dude. It just happens to me.
One day, Josh was literally just walking into this job that we were going to at work, and all of a sudden he's like, like his eyes are fucking red and his nose is running. I was like, "Are you okay?"
It was literally like 0 to like dying.
I turned around and I was like,
second.
"Are you having an event right now, or like what is going on?"
You're like one of the most accident-prone motherfuckers, dude. Like,
Oh, Josh!
as long as I've known you, he's
Again, fucked up.
constant. There's never a point where he's not injured.
It's hilarious that you guys
back there with
have.
crutches right now.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Like,
so funny. You've only known me for like what, like 3 years,
yeah,
Ross?
3 years, something like that. Yeah.
I've known Josh for like 12 years.
He's never not injured.
I
He's
fucking
never
get
not injured. I was like,
happens
Jesus Christ,
frequently.
what are you doing out
Holy
there? Like,
shit.
stop leaving the house.
I mean,
I like to do crazy stuff.
he just can't be contained. One day he got out of our friend's Jeep and we were like, we were pranking him. We were just like started driving away, and he took off running. And this is like full goth Josh at the time. So he's got these big ass trip pants, and stuff. lime green trip pants,
fishnets,
and
everything.
he just fucking
Eyeliner.
domed himself on one of like the street signs, like a gash in his fucking head.
Oh, that
Just out of
that
nowhere.
explains some shit.
Yeah, dude, I still have the scar. It's like great
Yeah.
fucking.
Were you there, Jared?
No, but I remember this story. I just
feel like
Yeah.
it's
brought
seared
it
into
back
my
up.
brain. Just
I got into the car and I was like, guys, we can't go to the hospital. My dad's gonna kill me.
This begs the question: why did you get away from being goth Josh? Goth Lens
seen
feels
some
like the
pictures.
move.
I tripped too many times on the trip pants, dude.
it's still in his DNA.
So it wasn't just a
You
clever name.
still got the hair at least.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures. There was
Speaking-
eyeliner
No.
involved. It was,
Now I'm more likely to see Josh in flannel with a trucker hat. And
Yeah.
the first time I saw him with all that get up and the mustache, I was like, "Who the fuck are you? You're not my Yosh." But no, he's fine. It's fine.
Speaking of visceral reactions with your mouth, this
lead in.
This just like brought back the memory of when we were in Josh's old van, and there was like a bag of Doritos.
It's the first time we ever hung out.
Doritos midnight tacos that had been just
elusive
getting
flavor.
destroyed and sitting there forever
It was like
in
a
that
brand
van.
new bag, though. In my defense, I remember it being it looked like a brand new bag. They're like,
Yeah, they had been just sitting in there getting stale as hell, and Josh was like, "Ooh, Doritos!"
I just went straight for the Doritos.
straight for it. It was like in slow motion. We were like, "No!" And then he was like,
process, Lens lost a tooth. He impaled the top of his mouth. Found a way to get injured off there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, ate some stale Doritos.
Dude, I just fucking I brought some Chinese home with me from lunch at work on Wednesday, and I worked from home on Thursday, and I got in my car this morning only to realize I had left said Chinese food in my car.
Oh my God.
Baking in the sun out here. It's all black leather, just like I opened it, was like, oh, the smell was just
It's been cooking on low heat for a long time.
yeah, it was pretty rough. I had to roll all the windows down and shit.
Beef bulgogi, more like beef bagaggi.
Beef bulgogi.
It was pretty fucking disgusting.
Jesus.
Not even gonna
In
lie.
conclusion, I threw up.
Did you throw up?
No,
on the dirt?
no.
Josh, was it also you who like drank out of the bottle that I was ashing cigarettes into a long ass time ago? We're all sitting around
so
stoned
many
as hell.
stories.
And Josh
Shit.
just gets a little bit of the cotton mouth. He's like, "Oh, I'm thirsty. I'm just gonna take a sip out of this drink that isn't mine." And I had been ashing cigarettes into it. And
That's unfortunate, dude.
it's like I didn't even get a chance to warn him. He wasn't like, "Hey, Trace, can I have a sip of your?" It was just
That's bad. Been there, done that a few times. Dude, the worst. I had a brief moment where I was chewing to get
Yeah,
off
I
cigarettes
knew
back
that
in the
was
day. I
gonna come
won't
up.
finish the story out,
We
but
all
Jesus
know this.
Christ.
Yeah.
I can see where that's
yeah.
going.
Taking a drink of somebody's fucking chew thing or whatever.
Yeah.
That makes me want to
And
throw
I
up
grabbed
right
a Mountain
now.
Dew by mistake, and it was just putrid.
Dude, I could never do that simply because of like the collecting your
I caught those.
collecting your juices in a container.
It's so gross.
I just
vile,
like I did it like
revolting
once, and I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
I hate
I'm not
this."
sure I ever even tried to ever.
I don't think I have.
Maybe I don't think so.
It's bad, dude. First time I ever tried it, this dude I used to work with, like in high school, we were delivering ice out of the back of a truck, and I take a dip of Kodiak ice, which has like fiberglass.
Yeah,
and
that's
shit.
like the hardest shit.
Yeah, it's like going from nothing to shooting up heroin right away. Dude, I almost fell out of the back of this truck. I'm seeing through time
Oh,
and
hell
stuff.
yeah,
I'm so
man.
jacked
Yeah.
up
Yeah, I
on
heard that shit
nicotine.
fucks you
Fucking
up.
Christ, it's bad.
Especially if you have like no nicotine tolerance or whatever
Yeah.
like that. I
Yeah.
remember trying that shit once in high school. Luckily, we were outside, so it was convenient. But
Yeah.
yeah, gnarly.
I never even got into cigarettes. I like it was like I
for you.
tried. Like I tried. to
Dude,
get-
me and you both.
That was Jared too. There was a while where Jared was like, "Hey man,
Everybody else was smoking, so I was like, oh, I guess I'll smoke.
I like
You know?
smoke. I like cigarettes."
Dude, there was a time.
look cool.
There was a time where me and Lenz were hanging out up at that up by Hamlin Lake.
At my cottage.
Yeah, with the
My
other
old
Josh,
cottage.
and I think we smoked like we found a pack of cigarettes
Yeah.
in his car, and we smoked the whole thing in one night, and it was like nonstop. And I was like, I'm gonna be addicted to cigarettes after tonight. And then I never had it. I was
Same,
always just
dude,
like,
yeah.
I still don't care. I don't know.
The cool quotient does go up precipitously with a cigarette.
Yeah,
in your
you
hand,
know,
but I
we-
really feel like
It's
James
true.
We
Dean
were
or
walking around at
something,
like
man.
2 a.m. smoking cigarettes out by the playground. We're like, man, we're so fucking.
Playing on the merry-go-round and being all.
Meanwhile, someone in their trailer
Camel
like
Crush
sticks their head
menthol.
out the window, is like, "Will you guys shut the fuck up?
No, trying to tell us what to do. We're smoking cigarettes.
We're so antithetical with our cool adult thing on our cool children's playground.
Life is hard.
As a 16-year-old. Tracy dumped me yesterday.
We used to try to like find like cigarettes in like parking lots.
Oh, God.
And shit. Oh, dude. You
Yeah.
know, riding bikes around.
I was
you know.
never that hard up to where
Yeah.
I'd pick a half
I
a
mean,
smoke
we were-
off the ground,
Yeah.
man.
I had a buddy
Straight on the
there.
bum shit.
Oh yeah, holy shit. Yeah, I didn't really like start
You were a
until I
very
was
bad child.
able to
That's,
buy them.
No, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. 11, 12, something like that. 6th grade kind of shit. You know?
Yeah. I had a buddy in high school who like he spent the night at my house one time, and he's like, "Hey man, did your parents smoke?" I'm like, "No." I need a cigarette. Fuck. Okay, so we snuck out and like went into the surrounding like business and all the strip malls and stuff in Standale and like raided ashtrays for
Right,
like
that's what I'm
2
talking
hours.
about. There used to be like big like concrete ashtrays like outside of fucking buildings. and
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
yeah.
We,
Yeah, the place.
we fucking stole a couple for
Oh, yeah,
our house
man,
in
the old
Kalamazoo,
crib, yeah.
and I had that one forever. And I wish I still had it because it was like legit fucking concrete,
Like a cobblestone.
Yes.
You see them at the
That's
mall
really
all the
heavy, dude. I
time.
don't know
Yeah.
how you guys even moved that.
Yeah, we put him in the back, and it was a fucking. It was our homie.
Ross is ripped, dude.
It was our buddy who shall remain nameless. It'd be fine, but he had a 2-door, so we had to like open the 2-door and like slide the seat up, and then like haul this fucking concrete
ass into the
ashtray.
cars just dragging the whole way there.
Yeah, and then we stole another one that was it was out front of a fucking military recruiter's office. It was like an army green, like a metal one.
It's extra points.
That's a ball.
Yeah, that's a baller move.
Yeah, I had both of those forever. I think I left the one in Kalamazoo, and then we brought the concrete one. It was at my dad's for a long time. I don't know what the fuck happened to it. He got
Damn,
rid of
dude.
it. I know. It's lame.
Or went out.
Did you guys ever steal traffic cones?
Oh yeah.
We stole everything. Dude. There was still shit hanging in my dad's basement up until recently that we had stole. It was like on the walls.
Nice.
Like there was a fucking. I kind of wish I would have brought this here, but it was a fucking Yoda. That was like it was like a window. What do you even call it? Like a thing that goes
Like
on
those
a window-
stickers?
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
window sticker, like a full size
Yeah.
window sticker for the Phantom Menace that we stole off a Blockbuster.
Oh, that's kinda cool.
Just gigging. And then we just cut Yoda out, so it was just Yoda.
Fuck all the rest of it.
Yep, and that thing was in our rehearsal space studio forever up until fucking it might have just got thrown away up until just like last year, which sucks. I should have brought it here. Fucking
Man, put it
I think
the
the
slider there.
Pizza Hut spatula was the beginning,
Yeah.
the impetus of all this
stealing
future
spatulas
theft.
from
That was always the
Pizza
move.
Hut. That was good.
We stole a road cone one time, and then we were hammered when we did it. So the next logical step was, of course, to drink beer out
Out
of
of the
said
cone.
road cone.
Yes.
This is all alleged, by the way.
Yeah, none of this.
Allegedly.
Back in in
Can neither
Kalamazoo,
confirm nor deny these wild allegations.
stole that fucking that huge road. It's not like a road cone, but like a road barrel, like the full
The big
size
orange
yeah,
barrels.
orange barrel.
Yeah,
on
that
the front
little
of
light
Rose
thing,
Street. Yeah, you remember that fucking thing?
Rules.
Those things are fucking heavy too. There's like
Yeah.
sandbags and
Heavy,
shit
dude.
all on them or whatever.
Dude, didn't Mitch have a collection of cones
had, like-
in his trunk?
Over 10.
He would just rip off of the road, like slam on the brakes
Yeah.
and get out and throw one in his trunk.
Yeah, dude,
Right.
he called them his babies. Then he stored them at his parents' house. He just put them in his parents' garage.
Like, what are you gonna do with these, man?
We stole it was like it was about the size of that poster, but it was like the instructions and options at like a car wash. So it's like, like you choose your wash thing. Yeah. It's like
the
giant
menu
site.
at
Yeah,
the
like
car
the
wash.
menu. Yeah, we stole that. That was on down in the basement.
That's
hung up down
hilarious.
there.
I think my new property came with a speed limit sign.
Nice.
I found it laying in the
Oh,
woods,
yeah.
but it's all
Yeah.
overgrown now, so I'm not sure where it is anymore.
Yeah.
How did
But
we
I gotta
never
dig
steal
that out.
the High Street
Yeah.
sign? We lived on High Street.
So in Kalamazoo,
Oh,
my house is
man.
on High Street.
That's a
but
golden opportunity
We
right
never
there.
stole it, but it got stolen.
cool. Yeah.
In my tenure there of like 6 years, it got stolen at least like 3 times.
I mean, that's the belle of the ball. In terms of
Absolutely.
size. Like, that's the gold
Come
standard,
on
dude.
down to High Street.
Yeah, no, I know that. I remember like showing up like the next or like driving to work or something the next day and it just being gone.
I got stolen
Sucks for the delivery drivers.
The county probably has like a budget set aside to
Indeed.
replace the high street.
Oh, my God.
Like, too many times this year.
They don't say anything. They're just like, it's Ted. He's like, I'm on it. It's
Already on my way.
Just order 3 of them next time. Keep them in standby.
It was
like-
fucking ghetto
they're
as
gonna,
fuck down there too. I mean, it was like in
that thing
the
down.
real ghetto.
Yeah, it's tough sledding in that area, bro.
Tough sledding.
Have you guys seen those videos online of the bridge that just can opens trucks? Like
No.
it just rips the
Yes.
roof off
Oh,
of trucks.
oh my God. Yeah.
It's called the 11'8" bridge, but now
Pulling it up right now, dude.
finally got raised after a super long time. Apparently, the city couldn't do anything about it because
There's a whole channel dedicated
it's a
to it on
railroad
YouTube.
bridge. Yeah,
just
some
security
genius
footage.
years ago was like, "I'm gonna put a camera up
trying to-
because this is like amazing content," and it is. But it was like a railroad bridge, and they couldn't raise
Yeah,
this thing.
right.
this is what it does to trucks all the time.
Jesus.
That's
not
not,
even a
that's
bad
not even a good one.
Yeah.
Look
That's
how
not even
long
a
this
good
video
one.
is. Like,
There are so many.
8.com, this camper. You ain't making it, bro. Oh,
there it goes.
Yeah. Here goes your fucking.
This is these. Oh yeah,
Right
here we
here.
go. Here's the can opener. That's the can opener. But dude, it's all these rental trucks. It's all these like
Right.
Penske trucks and stuff. And dude, they must make bank off of like their.
Oh my god,
That clean roll, dude.
Damn, dude.
It just destroys
That's
so many
amazing.
trucks. It's amazing.
One would think this would be something that would happen once and then be rectified pretty quickly.
oh no,
thereafter.
this has been
No.
going on for like years.
Yeah,
too.
because it's
Look at
like
this huge yellow
it's like a problem
bar they got
between
here.
the city and the railroad company to
Right.
something where they can't raise the bridge, so they have
Yeah.
to like lower the road, but that's its own difficult
it
problem.
looks like they put up warning signs like.
They did. So
Watch
it
your
like
ass, but people-
over the
but
years,
because the
it's been
rental trucks-
modified
Good
and
luck.
modified
It's like,
and modified. Like it gets these flashing, blinking lights after a while. It has like different signals. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they do. It just keeps destroying trucks.
I could watch this for hours.
It's
It's fucking,
hilarious,
it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And like you said, if it's rental trucks and not like professional,
Oh, he
that
just
guy's
escaped
barely
pretty
scraped
quick.
by.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa!
Damn.
Has anybody? Somebody has had to have died at this spot, right?
I don't think
know.
died. It's you usually like get lifted up in the air and then slam back down, so you get jostled around. But
Yeah.
but if somebody's coming behind, you know, you hit some
Oh.
big fucking
That
rental.
was
that's just a
that was
crash.
the bridge.
oh, and they get stuck all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
ooh,
God.
bam!
Fantastic.
You get like
Yeah, the
lifted up
wheelie.
and slammed down.
Oh,
So it's like a
dead
traffic
stop.
light, and my favorite ones are like when the light is yellow, and they're like, "Oh, I can make the light," so they gas it.
maybe if I go
got it.
slow, it's
I
not going to
figured it
hit me. The height will change. If I...
At least if you go slow. Oh.
Ooh.
This is the podcast now.
It's a reaction channel.
Oh, Jesus
This
Christ!
fucking dude, we talked about it on here when it happened, but this dude I fucking work with, he fucking bashed one of our work trucks into a street light. Like it's more like they're like street lights, but they're like it's like a almost more decorative kind in like a neighborhood, you know, like
Like on a pole or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on a pole, but not like a
Yeah.
big wooden one. It's like a smaller metal kind
Yeah,
of decorative
yeah.
one. Fucking bonks into it, like knocks it over, and then like backs up and then like does it again, and it's all caught on like a fucking ring cam, and he ends up in one of these fucking compilations of shit. And so like I'm like fuck, and we're getting blown up on our fucking shit, like oh this fucking asshole that works for this company fucking did this shit, and then because he fucking like did that, and then they just like drove away.
So they figured out like what company it was and probably got
Dude,
a hold
it's
of them.
clearly painted.
You're driving a billboard on wheels. I
Literally,
don't
it's a
know why you
billboard
think you're
out
gonna get
there.
away
It's
with
a
that.
truck and trailer that couldn't have our name any larger on it. You know what I mean?
Maybe no one saw.
It's pretty hilarious. That guy just
It
going,
is
fuck it up. I'm gonna roll the
super
dice
fucking-
on
Nobody
this
saw.
for
Yeah,
sure.
nobody
Get out
saw.
of the
Yeah, and
garage.
the cops, of course, get involved, and he's trying to deny it and all this shit. And it's like, dude, it's literally on that fucking guy, to get fucking dark here, that fucking guy just got 50 years in prison
Jesus.
for fucking some pedo shit.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it's been wild seeing that all go down.
Like a veteran of your
nuts.
company or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was
Ugh.
yeah. It was pretty wild. Pretty wild shit. They fucking arrested him in all of his work gear too.
No
so
shit.
all of his fucking mugshots
Like
and
on the
everything.
job.
It's a good
so-
look.
Oh man.
Yep, it's all fucking in t-shirts I make. You know, I'm like, fuck, dude,
That's fucking
come on, man. Anyway.
Wouldn't you think they would blur that out? Like, isn't that
No
some
fucks
kind of
given
thing? Yeah.
for fucking everybody else that works
Yeah,
at this
exactly.
fucking
Jesus.
thing.
It just
This
it just
company's
sucks for the rest of your
disgusting.
company. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking ridiculous. I need another drink here, so we got to take a
Yeah,
break.
I need a drink too.
Gentlemen, we are a wildly popular show. Countless fans, untold numbers of fans all across the globe, wildly rabid, wildly loyal. And as one might suspect, we occasionally get the fan mail from time to time.
It's really filling up here.
Yeah, it really is. It's,
The sack is really.
this is a really full
swollen.
mail sack. Yeah, it
What's
appears to
that
be a
say
long
on
time since anybody has emptied this mail sack. Oh, we probably shouldn't call out what's down there. This is pretty- I'll go out on a limb and assume they don't want to be associated with this show. So should we get right into it? Here?
All right, yeah, you gonna
You leading us off?
whatever. I
Who's
don't
leading
know
us
what's
off
on
here?
top.
All right,
What's on top?
we got you up here.
All right, there we go. We're
Kick
reaching
us
in.
off here, buddy. Oh, where's the?
Oh, we're real professionals here. What else we got here? Let's see what we got here. Let's start.
That was an angry fan.
I wouldn't worry about that.
Let's look at here. Let's see. All right, we got one from Sean C. in Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
Sean C.
Hi, Sean.
Yeah, he says, in regard to your episode number 75 entitled Did Diddy Do It? I can assure you Diddy Dun didn't do nothing. Diddy Dun innocent. The only thing Diddy Dun did was make hits. They're trying to bring Diddy down because Diddy speak the truth. Diddy a good man. Diddy got nothing but respect for these bitches. Bad boys for life. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Yeah. Signed Sean C. in Los Angeles.
Well,
Sean
sick.
C.
I'll let you guys figure that one out if it's not.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Let's pull another completely random and totally real letter out of the mail sack here. Let's see. So we've got Candace from Cleveland, it looks like, who writes, love
think
the
I know her.
episode about the Yuba County 5 with Tony, right?
Yeah,
It was a great
yeah.
episode.
Yes.
Thanks, Candace. Appreciate you listening for sure. She goes on to say, a group more than twice the size of the show's entire listener base losing their lives in the same night. It was a truly tragic story indeed. Yes. Not very funny, Candace. Let's step your game up next time.
All right, what else we got here?
You're frightful. This one's trash. This one's trash.
Okay, let's see. Oh, we got an international. International.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's always nice to hear from the. This is from a guy named Brian in Honduras.
Huge in Honduras, yeah.
Brian in Honduras says, hey guys, usually love the show, but the last couple episodes, the production has been super weak. Who's this bozo you got producing now? Just because he has a ponytail does not make him the next Jamie Vernon. The show's just not the same without B-Dub at the desk, who is not only a legendary producer, but I've heard has a 9-inch hog. B-Dub for life. Signed Brian in Honduras. Weird. I don't know. Do we?
I don't know
Shots
if we know
fired.
Brian.
Honduras, yeah. I don't think we know anybody in Honduras, yeah.
I saw that
Brian.
coming from a mile away.
Assume that's a completely random listener to be sure. All right. Get the greeting glasses out on this one here. Let's see here. So Steve from Sarasota writes in, hey guys, love the last episode with John Hauser. He's a very funny dude. I appreciate that, Steve. Definitely agree. Shout out, John. He said, it's a shame that the Tyson and Jake Paul fight was canceled. The good news for fight fans still hoping to watch Mike Tyson beat the living hell out of someone is that Netflix recently bought the rights to his home movies with Robin Gibbons.
Wow.
Silver lining there, I guess. Yeah.
Did they really?
Wildly inappropriate. I don't know. Maybe I
You
don't
don't
know.
trust the guy who wrote it?
Steve, so you know,
You don't
maybe
trust
Steve's
Steve?
privy to information.
Oh,
that I'm
indeed,
not. Could be,
indeed.
some
Yeah,
kind of-
he
could
might
be an
be-
executive at
He
Netflix for all we know.
clearly is. All right, let me see what we got here. I'm going to read this one now. This one is, let's see here. This is from Scarlett in Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
Letter from Scarlett.
Shout out
here.
Scarlett.
Okay, she says, why you is always mad at AI? AI, very good, yes. Much smart, very clever. Solve problem faster than Cheetah on roller skates. Understand humans better than humans understand humans. Ironic, yes? Make life easier, no more thinky for humans. AI do math, cook dinner, even tell bedtime story. Human relaxed, let AI do all things. Future bright, full of beepy boopy wonders. AI best friend, no betray, always compete with love. All your bases are belong to us. Sincerely, most assured, the real Scarlett Johansson. Okay.
Wow, dude. Scarlett Johansson listens to the.
I
Wow.
don't know, but there must be a. Actually, it clearly was the real
very
Scarlett
legit
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. Yeah.
Beep beep boop.
Real quick, if I may, AI wrote that whole thing.
All right. So speaking of AI, looks like here we've got Killer Pod with TJ Miller. Thought the conversation about AI stealing video work from
There you go.
Ross was a fascinating one. Interestingly
That's
enough,
what I'm getting at.
If you're interested, my friend and I have a potential project you might be perfect for. We'd be very comfortable in your hands. Signed, D. Znuts. She didn't say where she's from. Znuts sounds Swedish to me. Taking a guess.
Snoots, I think.
That was Dutch.
These nuts.
These nuts.
These nuts.
All right, are you ready for this? Do you got more?
Yes.
Because I'm gonna do the exact
I
same.
mean, clearly, the
yeah,
mail
what
sack
am I
is
asking?
chock
Yes, it's
full.
chock full. What am I
full
saying?
of
You're correct.
bad
You're
mail,
correct. All right, you ready for me to do your exact same joke?
Yes.
Here's my version of the same thing. This is from Antonio in Yuba City, California. Greetings, friends. So cool to see Tony Wright on the show discussing the Yuba County 5 mystery. Being from Yuba City, I've long known about the case and have always been fascinated by it. Since you are into this kind of thing, I would like to suggest another mystery you may want to dive into, that being how you have more than 5 people listening to your piece of shit podcast. You guys suck. Signed, Antonio in Yuba City.
Yeah, fair enough.
Same
Harshman
same bit. Alright, that's
By bit you, of course, mean, just
clearly real letters. For real
ironically,
face.
just exactly that. All right, let's see what we've got here. Hauser's story was crazy. I wish I would have been smart enough to think of shitting my pants to get out of a job I hate so I could actually spend my Friday nights doing something fun. I would have done that weeks ago. Sign Lens.
Oh, how'd that get in there? I didn't actually mean to mail that. Oh, shit.
Nice. That's all I got.
Anything else?
buddy.
I think we
If you got more in the mail sack, you better.
we'll read one more. I mean, we've got a number of options to choose
we
from.
can't spend
Clearly,
all
The bit goes on. The bit.
So many
all
fans.
these
Yeah, this
fucking,
goes on like this. All right. Bob from Burma. You may know it as Myanmar. It says, one of my friends convinced me to give your podcast a try recently. I'm now a few episodes in and realize I've wasted 6 boobless hours of my life that I'll never get back. You guys are morons. Why don't you two Riris do us all a favor and plan a 2-man road trip to Yuba this winter and see how it goes? Skating words from
Is that a threat?
much Bob.
Guys, I think we should go there.
Wow.
Let's go fight this guy.
All right, well, as always, keep the letters coming in. We welcome all.
Yeah, we appreciate all our fans. Thank you guys for fucking
Loyal fan
writing
base.
You're
us, and
welcome.
We'll make sure to touch base back at the mail
Curiously
sack in a couple
enough, I'm
months.
trying to remember
Thanks,
the
Lance.
episode where we gave out the mailing address on air.
Yeah,
Not really
we're not
sure
hard to find.
how.
It's
That's a strongly worded
123
conversation with our,
Dangerville.com. Well, that was glorious
hilarious
and terrible.
stuff. Yes.
Good stuff.
My ribs hurt, honestly.
I had a couple solid bangers in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really trying to go for the AI fucking angle there because I was really ranting on it a couple episodes ago.
I thought it was a Chinese spy joke. I thought it was like a sleeper cell.
Well, because they stole Scarlett Johansson's voice to do I have to explain.
Gotcha. I didn't put it together,
But I did hear about that.
Can't dumb down that grade A material for
Indeed,
this
indeed.
knucklehead
I was
audience.
starting
It
to
was
write
still fun to
basically the
listen
same
to.
thing, and then I was like, it would probably be funnier if I go even more meta and just have AI write the thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, it kind of fucking it delivered. Exactly.
I was happy with
Yeah,
that.
that was-
I was like, all right, that works. That's exactly
we should really
what I
be
asked for.
ceding the majority of creative control to said AI. Probably
You're like,
far
from
more
now on.
entertaining results for everybody is the move. Boys, real quick, non sequitur. Can I talk some Dunes 1 through 2 real fast? I finally saw freaking Dune. Have you guys seen
hell
Dune?
yeah.
I got through Dune 2.
Not I.
Hell yeah.
Really?
I
You
won't
haven't seen
get
it?
into spoilers.
It's not a huge deal to me, but I mean,
It should be.
I have a feeling you were going to go with that.
Be.
So.
It should be, Trace.
I mean,
It
the
really
book's
should be.
been out for 65 years or something. I don't know if we can. There's spoilers, dude. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like, if you
Also,
haven't caught
nothing
it by now,
happens.
There's some
we all know what.
sandworms,
Yada
yada.
There's no plot, so it doesn't matter.
But first of all, I rewatched Dune 1 because I'm like, I gotta run these back to back for sure. I
yeah.
gotta do it up old school, and I kind of forgot how dominant Dune 1 was. Like I remember it
sweet.
being choice. I think I was pretty roasted when I watched it the first time, and I rewatched
still
it. I
wanna
was like,
watch it.
oh my god, it's the most dominant movie ever made. I've jacked off about this director countless times on here. I'm still calling him Denis Villeneuve. He's not getting into this French
What did
pronunciation.
I knew what it was a few weeks ago.
I think it's Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah. Could not be more smug.
French Canadian bastard. Man. Get a little more Americanized name, but that dude is a fucking titan of a director, man. The music, the photography,
In
just how
an
it's
age
shot.
of shitty ass movies, it's really refreshing.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah,
And he knocks
indeed.
it out of the park with everything. So Dune 1 rules at an incredible rate. Dune 2, I thought was also super fun. It's a little bit like Matrix or anything else, where the first one is like so jarring and so awesome visually, and the music and everything.
Right.
And it's obviously a continuation right from where that left off. So
Yeah.
it's more of the same. So it's not like as new and like, oh my god, in your face, or whatever, but it fucking rules. Dude.
It was still really good.
Setting it up for that third flick, that crucial Dune trilogy. It's going to be epic.
Yeah, it is
Fucking
ridiculous.
Hans Zimmer, man. Oh my god.
dude,
I
Zimmer's
really
the man.
love all of the like the behind the scenes on the soundtrack.
Did you watch
with
that documentary on Hans Zimmer?
Yeah,
It might be
I
on-
did.
I don't know
It
if
was
it's
on Netflix.
or-
I think it was on Netflix.
So
yeah.
awesome, dude.
It's so cool.
Yeah. We were gonna go like try to catch him. He's touring right now,
Yeah.
and he's in Chicago, but it's like a fucking Monday night or something.
I know.
I'm like, Chicago.
It's,
Monday night, I'm
every
not
show
gonna
in
get there.
Detroit or Chicago is on the worst night ever.
Yeah.
But oh my god, I would love to go see him. It'd be awesome.
That
Hear all
fucking
those
Dune
tunes.
soundtrack though, as he was talking about, because that's the one he won like his second Oscar for or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, it's a guy playing heavy metal guitar and a woman screaming at you, and bagpipes and distorted bagpipes, sort of like half of the fucking soundtrack's bagpipes."
Like
Oh,
that
man.
throat singing stuff on there
Yeah.
too. It's all just like
His experimentation
all that
with
shit,
like
it's
the
badass.
like putting actual sand noise and stuff in there. It's
Yeah.
Can
really
we pull
cool.
up a list of his movies real quick? Lance?
Yeah.
Like, I got to give
Yeah.
even more love, even
oh,
more
yeah.
flowers
Yeah.
to this cat.
Thin Red
Prisoners,
Line.
dude.
Oh,
Is
real
he
quick.
Thin Red
No,
Line?
sorry, I thought we were talking about Hans Zimmer. You're talking
Oh,
about
I'm
the director.
back on my boy.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna
Oh, what's his name again? Oh, Denis Villeneuve. Blah, blah.
yeah.
we're gonna cheese about Dune 2 real quick. So when we were moving into the new house, I told my fiance, I was like, "So I'm getting a projector." She said, "What the hell are you gonna do with a projector?" And I was like, "I'm gonna put it in the garage."
gonna
She's
watch
like,
Dune.
she didn't
It's gonna
understand.
rule.
She didn't understand at all. And I was like, "It's gonna be fucking awesome. Trust me."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had my buddy come over. We blacked out the garage. I have a conversion van that I took the captain seats out of, like the middle
Yeah.
ones, because I
That's
like not having them in there because there's a ton of room. But I was like, these are like awesome movie seats, and they do. So I set up the projector in there with a 120-inch screen blacked out, and then our old PA system that we don't use anymore because
Right.
we're using yours. I set that up for all the sound,
Right.
and it fucking rules. So
That's
we were watching
awesome,
Dune 2 out there, and my buddy had just gotten the Blu-ray, and I was like, bring that shit over, dude.
that's
We were
awesome.
blasting it
Yeah.
out of the PA speakers, and I was
been
like,
thinking
oh,
about-
this is awesome.
I was thinking about doing it outside out here because I got a
Yeah.
screen and projectors and shit too,
That'd be
and like
rad.
doing like an outdoor fucking.
How how's the quality on those projectors? Is it reasonably clear?
So
It's pretty good.
So much better than I thought. It was like, yeah, I didn't even like spend buku bucks on one. Like I got a nice Epson 1080p like home theater projector.
Yeah.
But you can get into the weeds with projectors.
Yeah.
You can go like
4K ones.
you can go $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, but I spent like $500 on a refurbished one, and
Yeah.
it looks amazing.
That's
it looks
a good
incredible
movie. With that sound
Dude.
system and shit.
Yeah, with the sound system. I watched Fury on it the other day, and I was just like, oh, this is so cool.
That's awesome.
That is badass.
So now my fiance, now that she's watched a movie out there, she's like,
you got to get full
all right,
stadium.
this is
seating
pretty
going
cool.
on out
Dude,
there
I
and shit, dude,
I put Christmas lights up against the back wall of the
Right.
garage, and then we had our old microwave, and the old microwave like like nice wooden table or whatever
Yeah.
from our old place, which we don't use
Little
anymore. We
snack
don't need
bar out
them.
there.
So we
That's
set up a popcorn station right there. It's so
What you gotta
dope.
do is sit in the van and do it up driving style.
Yeah, that's what I actually thought you were
Lens,
going
Lens
with
knows.
that.
We watched.
Get a handy in the back of the conversion van watching
That's so good. Some lady throat singing at you.
Right when you're about to bust.
So intense.
just a shirtless Momoa.
Oh, jeez.
Look at this fucking list of movies, dude.
Oh man, yeah.
Going way
I
the
still-
consistent
I
work,
still
dude.
want to watch Arrival. 'Cause that
Arrival.
seems like it'd be
I
right up
saw
my
it.
fucking
It's
alley.
fantastic,
I liked it.
dude.
Yeah.
You're underselling Arrival for sure. Enemy is an incredible movie.
Never saw that.
Big Sicario fan here. Big Sicario.
Prisoner, Sicario's incredible,
What's
dude. It's
Sicario? I
very
don't even
good.
know what that
It's
is.
about like a FBI agent gets like in on like a sting operation for a cartel and finds out that it's like the FBI or the government that was like doing it for like to build a case and blah 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 blah. Like they were
Is that
perpetrating.
Ethan Hawke?
Benicio del
Is that
Toro
Benicio?
Yeah.
and Josh Brolin,
Josh Brolin.
and Emily Blunt, and they fucking crush it.
It's-
in that
yeah,
movie.
no, it's a really good one.
good. Yeah.
Damn.
Enemy's
Never heard of
Choice.
that.
Enemy is this really fucking weird movie where Gyllenhaal sees his doppelganger and then becomes obsessed with finding the equally sexy version of himself throughout the rest of the movie.
Oh my god, I'm so sexy. There's another one, man.
Dude,
Wait, come back.
Isn't he like just absolutely just fucking jacked now?
Gyllenhaal's yellow.
Jack
He's
Gyllenhaal.
He's
for a
like
long
he's
time.
so shredded now.
He got shredded when they did that Marine movie.
Jarhead.
Yeah,
he
that was
got
what
real
I was
jacked
gonna
up.
fucking-
Such a good movie.
Super
jealous,
shredded
dude.
for like the Prince of Persia or whatever that
Then he's just
fucking
like,
terrible
oh yeah,
was.
I'm gonna stay really swole. 'Cause
Yeah,
this is awesome.
dude.
Dude. I look
Dude.
tremendous.
He's like, I'm getting tremendous.
He came out with like a Roadhouse
Yeah,
remake
I
recently,
can't-
which
Did you
Anybody
watch
see
it,
it?
dude?
Anybody
it
seen
wasn't
Roadhouse?
very good.
Yeah,
But
I couldn't bring myself to. And
I've
I
never
love
seen the
Gyllenhaal.
original.
I was just like,
Roadhouse.
God damn, he's fucking ripped.
Yeah, dude, it's absurd, man. Gyllenhaal rules.
I
so,
heard
man,
Conor
just been a-
Yeah,
McGregor's
he's
the
cool.
worst actor of all time.
I
would
would
assume.
assume.
He's just like smiling the whole time. Like, it's just
the
a
most
maniac in that movie.
Preposterous plot for a movie ever. It's about like I never saw the
You
new
know
one,
what
but
I
the
think it
original
was?
one. It's like this like everybody knows the bouncer and they've got nicknames and he's like famous
Yeah.
across. So that's like he's a fucking.
You know what I
bar
think
bop.
this one was?
Right.
I think it was an excuse to like just go hang out in the
Fuck
keys.
around.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
just go hang out in the
Like,
keys
we
and
should
fuck
remake
around.
Roadhouse would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously.
while we're
Everybody
down
gets a
here-
vacation.
Everybody is capitalizing on that nostalgia. There's no
Yeah,
original
yeah.
ideas. Yeah, let's run a Roadhouse back. What
Yeah,
the
it was
fuck,
probably
dude?
Jake Gyllenhaal was fucking doing coke with Connor, and they were talking about how much they love Roadhouse.
One
You know,
would imagine.
we should just make it. Let's just make a remake.
Let's just do
of
it, man.
you
We'll
know?
hang out in the keys. We'll get drunk every night.
For real. For real. I mean, can you blame him?
Remake a Roadhouse movie.
Connor's getting roasted right now because he's like hanging out in, I don't know, fucking Paris or Spain or something, and he's got like 5 bodyguards with him the whole time, and people are like, oh yeah, real tough man. Yeah,
What the fuck does he need that for?
They're
Just my friends.
That's a next level big dick move, and you can clearly defend yourself. And you're just like, nah, I ain't fucking around.
He had one of his guys
do
was
it.
carrying
Do
his
my bidding
drink
for
and it was
me,
some
dude.
like girly ass drink or something too. He was getting roasted on.
Do you think he can like?
Here, you want to fight me? It tastes delicious. Fight me.
Indeed. I don't care about that, but it's just funny to have your bodyguard like carrying your
yeah.
drink. Like, come on.
Do you
dude.
think he like? Is there like? Does he have to fight his bodyguards in order to like see if they're worthy?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the job
Yeah.
interview is just a
Yup.
cage match.
Yeah, it's fucking Desperado.
Yeah.
They do that in Desperado. You remember that? He makes the kid fucking fight the other kid. you guys
forget
know
about that shit.
Desperado? You guys know that movie? It's one of my
I know
favorite
of it.
movies ever. Oh, it's so good.
With what's his face?
It's fucking that's
and Antonio
Banderas.
Banderas.
Yeah. It's fucking early.
Oh, is
Robert Rodriguez
is
movie.
Steve Buscemi in that
yeah.
movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I have seen the movie.
Fucking,
That is a really good
Cheech
movie.
Marin and fucking
Yeah.
it's like what broke Selma Hayek into being a fucking mega movie star.
Was that her first film?
Yeah,
was
he,
a- it was
he
a
carries
first,
around
like, English
the
movie.
guitar case, right?
Yeah, it's got the guitar
Yeah,
case
we
full
watched
of
that one
guns.
a while ago. That's,
Dude,
that
I
was a
used
good
to
movie.
watch it just constantly. It's such a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking awesome.
It's like the early like Rodriguez Tarantino style.
Rodriguez
like,
the
just
shit.
fucking
Dude, that and From Dusk Till Dawn.
yeah, those were back to back for
Okay.
Robert Rodriguez. Was
Told this story several times at this point, but we watched Dusk Till Dawn, running it randomly. We're watching it like 3 in the afternoon when we were young
Yeah.
at my mom's house, and there's
Yeah.
that whole fucking like vampire strip
Yeah,
club
it's all
scene
changed,
just
it's all
going
switches.
on.
Yeah.
It's so wildly
That was
uncomfortable.
also Selma Hayek, the fucking
Yeah,
that famous striptease fucking scene.
When my friend showed me that movie, he was like, "You ever seen this?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "All right, we're just gonna watch it. And you let me know when it gets crazy." So I'm just like, "Okay, yeah, it's pretty good so far." And then the crazy shit
Yeah.
starts
Oh, it's
happening,
one
and
of
you're
the-
just like, "What the?"
It's one of
Takes
the
a real hard right turn there every time.
It really does.
I'm pretty sure we watched that together for the first time.
Did we like at
Because
Jared's?
I remember getting the same. Well, I don't know. Maybe I saw it I remember seeing it like way back at George's place, but
Oh, maybe I don't know.
but he was the same way with him. He's like, I'm not saying shit about
Yeah.
this movie.
It's crazy.
It just-
because
it takes
I've
a
seen
hard-
I've known about it
hard
since it came
turn.
out. Like I've seen it since it came out, and I'm like, wow, like people can still be surprised by From Dusk Till Dawn. You know, it wasn't a secret then. I mean, like the trailers had like it was gonna. You knew what was gonna happen. You know,
Right.
Like, wasn't
Yeah, it was
like
one of those movies that just flew under the radar
Yeah.
for me for a while.
I think because I was completely unaware of it and I didn't.
Well, I mean,
see
it
any of that,
was
you know,
what
but-
1995 or something like
Yeah,
that.
somewhere there.
Yeah, I wasn't much of a movie critic back then.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you know, pretty young to be watching something
was,
like that.
one.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, it's so good though. Yeah, that fucking because it is so preposterous. It's also George Clooney's like first actual movie. Like it was one of the big megastar movie stars of our time, and this was like this first actual like.
I think he was
movie.
in.
He was already in ER. He might have been in other movies, but this was like his
Yeah,
first,
one of the
like,
first big ones.
starring. You know, like
What's the fucking one with the chick? Was it J-Lo and him? Maybe?
yeah, the movie with the girl,
with the chick. Very attractive
the one
woman.
with George Clooney and a girl. Batman? Is it? Yeah. With a Seal soundtrack?
Josh, pull up Seal.
What does he look like?
Oh man. Yeah, you guys need to watch some fucking Desperado if you've never seen it. I need to rewatch
I'm gonna.
Desperado.
Yeah, now that you brought that up, I'm
So
gonna rewatch
fucking
it.
good,
I'm gonna
dude.
rewatch it.
Yeah, the opening scene's one of the greatest opening scenes of all time. It's fucking
Dude, now that I got
Steve
this-
Buscemi telling the story to Cheech Marin and the bartender about how this guy showed up and killed everybody with his guitar case.
Yeah, and then he
It's
shows
so
up.
fucking good. It also has fucking Quentin Tarantino does a guest in it, and he tells the joke at the bar.
I don't remember it.
Fuck,
at
man.
all.
There's
It's
this
been a
like
long
10-minute
time.
Tarantino cameo, and it's just him telling a joke. And he tells this whole joke, and it goes on for like 10 fucking minutes.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is. That's what it fucking is, dude.
This
Yep.
guy, he like. Yeah.
And it's Cheech,
I like his
it's like,
little
again, it's
inserts.
Cheech Marin, you know? Like,
That's hilarious. Cheech Marin rules.
Yeah,
I
also
need way
him
more
from Dusk Till
Cheech
Dawn.
Marin and stuff.
We met fucking Danny Trejo too. We were talking earlier about
fuck yeah.
He was on the podcast.
Yeah, but
We gotta get him on the podcast.
yeah, we met him because we were talking about Jason Mewes earlier from Jay and Silent Bob, and at the same thing we met him and fucking Tom Savini, who's the other guy from Dusk Till Dawn. He's kind of like a cameo, but he's like the special effects guy. But he's the guy with the penis gun.
Oh, word.
yeah.
He's the
Everybody knows the penis
guy.
gun.
Penis gun. Yeah, like, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's got the long hair and but he's sort of in that movie because he's like the goat of like practical
Yeah, he's
special effects.
super fan.
He's the
Right.
guy that
Dude.
did everything from like Freddy Krueger to Hellraiser to just or whatever, just
Okay.
like every single
Did
special
he do The
effects
Thing?
movie. Maybe.
Wait a minute, it's
maybe.
from Dusk Till Dawn. That's that vampire flick, right?
He's catching up.
Dude,
Beat up
I've been
Roland
trying to-
Scream,
I was
man.
like, I know I've seen it. I'm just sitting over here trying to figure it out.
Christ, man. Oh my god.
In fairness, Len's
Sorry,
is taking
go on.
countless
Go
blows
on.
to the head over here. He's taking out my
Oh my
head over there.
God.
He's got a real full blade over there.
Hell yeah, bro.
All it took was penis gun, dude. All it took was
See, you knew who I was talking about. The penis gun's iconic.
It's iconic, yeah.
And he had it there because he said it's like one of the most things he gets asked about is the fucking penis gun.
That's the Halloween costume. Is the penis gun guy from fucking?
He's just a biker, but you got
That's a
Yeah.
great cosplay.
revolver fucking.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
That's
dude.
the
Come
movie.
on.
Get a little police system down there. I'm calling dibs. Calling dibs.
Yeah,
on
man.
that for
Fucking
next Halloween.
the
Do it
huge
up.
black dude from the movie was there too. It's something Williams. He was like a football guy back then.
Where did you meet them?
Okay, we were at this. My wife is a painter, and we were at a horror convention that she had some of her artwork being displayed at.
Oh, that's awesome,
And so
by
it
the
was
way.
like. It was one of these things though where there's like meet and greet of all these different actors and shit
Okay.
too. Like these kind of guys, fucking C-list.
The Jason Mewes of the world.
Yeah, you're Jason Mewes.
Side note: I reached out to
Yeah.
Mewes to get him on the podcast. He did not respond.
I mean, Danny Trejo doesn't play
Danny
like the
Trejo.
hugest roles, but I feel like
Trejo's
everybody
awesome.
knows him.
He was
Everybody
one
knows
of
him.
them. He
You
was
know, so
definitely
it's like,
one of the
where does
big-
that put you
There
up?
was him. It was Jason Mewes. There was the dude who was he's like this super skinny guy that plays like creatures and everything. He's like
No
you know-
shit. The
you know
guy
what I'm
from
talking about?
fucking Pan's Labyrinth and shit.
Yes. Yep.
Fucking. What's his name? I know his
He's
goddamn
like,
name.
Yeah, he's like super tall and skinny, and
Fuck.
he's like.
If only we had a
Finnish or
producer.
something.
Josh,
Access to
IMDb.
Google.
Yeah.
IMDb. The frog from fucking
Josh, pull that up.
Pan's Labyrinth. Because I
Dude,
know his
come on.
damn name. I just saw him
Yeah.
in something else. I was like, is that fucking guy?
Pan's
he's in
Labyrinth's
tons
a
of- he's
dominant
like-
movie, by the
oh,
way.
it's
The Pan's
brilliant.
Labyrinth, fucking
It is one of that movie. If you
Guillermo
don't
del
cry
Toro?
watching Pan's Labyrinth,
Guillermo
you're
del
not
Toro.
human, dude.
Yeah, I do really like.
Why is everything so
Yeah, he's another great
serious?
director.
Slow it
I don't know, bro. You're the producer.
I didn't do this.
Go to the
Beat up.
cast. It's Doug Jones. It's Doug Jones.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I was way. You're
Please
right.
confirm that on me. 'cause
I was
like,
way off on him being.
Is
like
he
a-
Ryan?
Doug Jones.
There he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, he
nice.
does all sorts of shit. He was in Hellboy.
Yeah.
and
My boy
others.
DJ.
No, he's like that dude they hired to fucking play like
He's
crazy creatures.
He's an incredible like.
7 foot tall and super skinny and
Yeah.
can like do like
He's really good.
contortionist
It's
shit.
him
at
and
articulating
Smeagol
his
are like
body.
the two
Yeah.
guys.
Oh,
You need a
Andy
creature
Serkis.
guy.
Andy Serkis, yeah.
Him and
yeah.
Andy Serkis are the goats for
Yeah.
sure.
He's the motion capture guy. That's what
Oh,
they
yeah.
really go for.
Absolutely.
Andy Serkis. Ever since doing Gollum, and then he did all the fucking King Kong and all the Planet of the Apes and Gollum again. He's doing Gollum again. You guys hip to this? You guys Lord of the Rings fans?
Yes.
At least, probably casual compared to Josh, but
I'm
you know,
a huge fan of those
I
movies.
mean, just the regular
especially.
trilogy, not really the
Yeah,
Hobbit.
the Hobbit was terrible. That's a different situation.
we're not talking about
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna allow the first Hobbit.
Dude,
I'll
this
say
is
it.
this
I'll
is
say
where
it.
where
First
I got
Hobbit's
that projector set up, and I'm just like, oh my god, I just have such a
let's
laundry
go.
list of movies that I want to watch in that
Lord
whole
of the
thing.
Rings
Yeah.
director's cut.
Yeah.
doing
We
should
that
do a
shit.
marathon.
Oh yeah,
There's nothing
yeah.
about the
All in on
director's
that
cut. I don't fuck
marathon,
around
dude.
on
I
nothing
agree.
else. Yeah.
It took me so long to see the director's cut, and I was like, I missed this. Like
Yeah.
this makes so much more sense.
Yeah, I mean, the
now.
originals are choice. If there's one problem, it's just that they're not quite
Yeah, they're
long
not-
enough.
I
They're
know.
not 5 hours long.
I know it
6
sounds
hours long.
absurd, but it's. I
the one
mean,
glaring,
It's true.
glaring weakness of those movies.
But they're making a new one, and it's called The Hunt for Gollum,
I've heard of this.
and
yeah.
it is Peter Jackson's
called The Quest for
producing
More
it.
Money.
Dude,
And yes,
Peter
it is.
Jackson's back.
Yeah, but no, it's Andy Serkis is he's playing Gollum and directing the movie. But it's apparently because it's fucking like The Hunt for Gollum's fucking
Andy
about,
Serkis is directing
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Well, what's
What is
Peter Jackson doing?
then?
Executive producing, and his writing
Okay.
team, which
Okay.
is his wife and that other chick that wrote all those things, are writing the movie. He's
Okay.
executive
Okay.
producing the movie or producing the movie or whatever. Andy Serkis is starring and directing. But The Hunt for Gollum it's got to be about
The Hunt for
Gandalf
Gollum.
chasing Gollum for like. So you got to imagine it's also going to be fucking Ian McKellen as Gandalf again, right? You know?
I could only hope if
There's-
if
there's
he's
no
up to
way
it. How
it's
fucking
not.
old?
Is Ian McKellen alive?
Oh, yeah.
He's
good.
alive. Yeah,
he's alive. He's getting up there, but he's good.
Christopher Lee is dead.
Yeah.
Who played
Yeah.
Saruman?
Yeah, he died right after
okay.
The Hobbit.
Yeah. Did you know he has metal records, dude?
Yeah,
That blew my fucking mind when
Yeah.
it came out.
Fairly
Like,
solid.
Good
Yeah,
on him.
He's just he was a fucking actual spy during World War.
Yeah, dude.
He's one of the baddest.
That shit's insane. That shit's fucking crazy. The guy's
so
a badass.
just, man. Such a bad motherfucker.
God damn.
Playing Dracula and all those years and
He
shit.
slayed the blood of the Saxon men.
Is that what it is?
That's what the metal album is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Talks about
What a badass.
Constantine's
They got audiobooks of the Lord of the Rings that are read by him too.
He had a great narration voice.
Yeah, I mean
too.
that was his whole thing.
Yeah,
was
that's
that
a good
fucking
Christopher
voice.
Lee. Yeah.
It's
I think
crazy.
the audible ones are like Andy Serkis doing.
There's different
I mean,
versions.
Yeah.
I could totally listen to Ian McKellen or Andy Serkis or Christopher Lee read me any story. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, there was like a during COVID, there was like a get together of all of the cast of Lord of the Rings with like Peter Jackson and everybody.
Yeah.
And someone put like a little best bits on there, so they're all in like teams or something like that. And man, okay, we were just talking about who played Gandalf.
Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen. Yeah. He was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're if you ever get the chance, look that up sometimes. So there's like I don't remember what they called it, but it was like they just got together for like a little podcast get together thing, the whole cast, and they were like reading lines between characters, like different moving moments. It was so cool. Yeah, it was so cool.
That is awesome.
I do love seeing a table read. For
They were talking about like just
that I really
moments
enjoy.
from the production and
Because
yes, all sorts of funny stuff.
Like, he had said in the media or something. He had said, "It's all I want to do is play Gandalf one more time before I die."
Oh.
Yeah, that was like, and I'm like, I think that's what's happening.
That's why-
basically.
that's basically
I think they're
why this
basically,
movie is being
What
made.
else can we make?
I'm into
you
it.
know, like where's a story we can find within here that didn't get told?
Right.
That's Gandalf heavy, and
That's probably gonna be
whatever, so-
red too, a little darker maybe. I'm thinking, dude.
I hope so. I mean, like, I hope it's much different than The Hobbit because, and
which got
I don't know. I think I
too
only saw
goofy.
each of those movies once, but yeah, too goofy. A little.
I
Like,
rewatched them all recently, and yeah, no.
Well, and also-
your initial reaction is correct.
Should have been three
fine.
fucking
They're fine.
movies.
They're fine. Yeah.
three
Yeah.
movies that came from
One
one very
short
small
book.
book.
Yeah, that was
And that was
where
a
they
big
went
problem,
wrong. Trying
too.
to shoehorn in all the Legolas subplot and everything.
Oh,
was
dude,
just
yeah.
bullshit,
Legolas
dude.
is literally God.
It's like, come on, dude. I wouldn't have minded like
laws of
having
physics
a
don't apply to
cameo, because that's fun. If it was just like
Yeah.
when they're in Mirkwood, if he's just there and it's a wink and a nod, and
Yeah.
a fun cameo.
But they're just like,
But
hey
it's
guys,
like a whole
remember
plot.
Legolas?
It's like a love story. It's like, dude, nobody wants a Legolas fucking love story, dude. Like, what the fuck, man?
It's Orlando Bloom.
But the first one might be like my favorite movie of all time. We've talked about this a lot on here, but the Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh,
It's a bold call.
absolutely.
I've
dude.
probably watched it more than any other movie.
Same.
So by that criteria, you know
and
what I mean?
mind you, I originally only had the theatrical version, but like,
Yeah, which is
like, I
also
would come
great.
home from school and just be like,
Yep.
I was young enough to be like, can I watch this? Older sister who's watched this, can I watch this? But,
Peter Jackson is the shit,
I was stoked on it.
The King
immediately.
Kong movie with Peter Jackson.
I liked
dude, the King Kong
a lot.
remake.
I thought it was sweet.
Very
Everybody,
good.
it got a lot of hate, mostly because people hated Jack Black, but I thought Jack Black was really
I thought he was good in
It's
that one.
great
Yeah,
fun.
I'm like,
I don't
I
even
can't
like
hate
Jack
it.
I don't think I've
Black.
seen it. I'll have to give it a
miscast in
shot.
this. And I'm like, I don't think he's miscast. I think this is dead on for
Yeah,
what
it's
this is.
perfect.
It's like, especially if you've seen King Kong, like, oh, this is like a really like solid like remake, like ode to
Yeah.
the original.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and it's got some
dominated.
fucking couple of terrifying parts in it with giant bugs and
The
shit.
giant worms
The
actually
giant
like
worms
that.
that fuck up like fucking Andy Serkis. They fuck him up.
Yeah,
That's the guy.
where they fucking
Yeah.
like they eat him from
Yeah,
all limbs
yeah,
at once, dude. It's
yeah,
wild.
bro.
Yeah.
That scene is not great.
I'll have to give
Naomi
that a
Watts
shot.
had a nice
fun.
run as
It's cool.
arguably the finest actress
You got a
out there for
DVD
a couple
player?
of years.
No.
Does it exist
Well,
anymore? Yeah, I'm like,
maybe.
I have it on DVD. Nobody
See if
has
I-
a DVD player anymore.
My PS4 will play
I was gonna say,
DVDs, I
can
think.
PS5s play DVDs.
Yeah, you can take it with you.
My PS4 slash
not like I'm
Blu-ray
watching
player.
I'm actually kind of in the middle of a King Kong stint.
You guys up on any of this fucking like the new Godzillas and everything? There's a lot of Kong and Godzilla.
Oh, I want to see that. I want to see that new one that came out that was on like a super low budget.
Yeah, the zero,
It's all
something zero or
Japanese,
whatever.
right?
Yeah,
it's
that's-
like old
that
It was like
Throwback to,
Godzilla
like,
plus
OG Godzilla,
one
yeah.
or something like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
I think one of the only Godzillas
It was supposed
that
to be
I've
really
actually
good.
watched was that random one that they advertised with Bryan Cranston.
That's the good
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
then the trailers were like Bryan Cranston, Godzilla. And he was
People
in it for
were
like
jerking
10 minutes, and he
off
fucking
about it,
dies.
yeah. He fucking dies. Yeah.
I feel like that
okay,
was
so he's not the main
Was
character.
that John Goodman in that one too, or who was somebody else?
I think I
was
saw
in
it in
there.
theaters, and that was
think
it.
he
I was
was
like,
in
Bryan
that.
Cranston, I love Breaking Bad, and then he's
It was like
not
Brian.
in
It was
90%
really
of the
Bryan
movie.
Cranston's son in that movie who was like the main guy and
his
his
son?
and his
I
wife.
had no idea.
Well, not his actual son, but like
Oh yeah, his
okay.
his character's
Yeah, his character's son.
It's
Yeah,
that same kid
That's
from
like-
Breaking Bad.
because he dies and then the
Same
rest of the
fucking
movie's about him.
handicap guy.
Didn't have to ask this time, boys. I'm on top of it.
But
I
that,
just rewatched Breaking Bad, so
that
it's
new
very fresh.
Godzilla was supposed to be really good, and it was supposed to be on
Yeah.
like a super small budget, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
But there's even more. There's bigger ones or whatever. I don't know. It seems like there's a bunch of clacking people.
Yeah, there's like Godzilla versus Kong,
Kong and
and
Godzilla
stuff.
and
And
versus Kong again and whatever.
I watched one with like
I've seen like three of them.
I think like
Couldn't tell you
Godzilla
the plot
fights
of any
like a robot version of himself.
I mean,
or
that's
something
the
like that.
That's Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, so he fights.
yeah.
He and it's the Godzilla versus Kong one, and they end up teaming up after he goes to like Kong World.
Yes.
And like grabs this like stone caveman axe thing, and then he ends up befriending Godzilla.
Yeah,
They're like,
'cause
we
they have
gotta
to
take
fight
out this
the,
giant
yeah.
robot. Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
really silly when we're talking about it.
The old school shit though is the Mecha Godzilla is one of the classic original Godzillas.
Oh,
Godzilla
okay.
versus
Yeah.
Mechagodzilla.
So that came from something at least.
it's
okay.
totally-
If it's not
It's
Godzilla
Mothra
versus
and-
Mothra,
Yeah. And the three-headed
I know
one,
Mothra,
Ghidorah.
but
Yeah.
beyond that, I don't know the lore.
Yeah, Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we used to watch the original. We used to rent them on VHS at fucking over in Cloverville,
Yeah.
that little spot over there.
Yeah.
And fucking when I was like a kid, like my dad would rent them, like little kids.
that was
and we'd
old
just
school.
watch
They had
that
the
shit.
beaded curtains in there going back to the porn stuff. I remember.
That was just to get the Godzilla movies too. You just had to fucking. They're like, you got porn back there? Like, no, it's all Godzilla.
Hey man,
It's all
it's all about the practical effects, man.
Yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
practical effects.
There was like a whole town in Japan that did nothing but make Godzilla, like a city. That's all the entire city was basically they just
for
made
making Godzilla
movies.
movies?
There was like 25 of them. There's like
No shit.
there was like all the
Wow,
little
man.
miniature
It's
cities,
like really
and
cementing the
everything,
stereotype.
Indeed.
That's what they were doing. I didn't fucking do it. They were the ones doing it.
Ironically, the city was destroyed very shortly thereafter. But
Yeah, it was destroyed by the Fukushima disaster.
Jesus Christ.
That's what we need to do though in your spot, dude. Let's get the old school Godzilla movies and have
Yeah.
the marathon.
Classics.
Yeah.
Run through the classics, dude. Get
That's
the
one of
top
those things that
5.
sounds like a good idea. And like 20 minutes you're in, like, yeah,
No
this
way.
is a
Do
little
you
more than we
guys
bargained for.
is there like movies that you guys watch during holidays every year?
Kinda, yeah. Like
Halloween's
Christmas.
the big one.
Halloween's a
right?
big one
Get the
for us too.
go-to
We always
movie.
do The Thing
Right.
on Halloween,
Siege,
and then we
yeah.
do Army of Darkness because it's
love
silly
that.
as
The
shit.
whole Evil Dead series is amazing.
So
Yeah.
funny.
Did you guys
Especially
watch the
Army of
new?
Darkness.
I didn't see the new Evil Dead. I heard it's supposed to be very
The Evil
good.
Dead
With
Rise.
yeah,
I think.
with the lady.
I saw it in theaters. My wife is a huge horror nerd, and so therefore I kind of am too. And yeah, I digged it. I
Good shit.
Dug it.
I digged it.
I rather
I done
enjoyed
digged
the
it.
film.
I done
you know,
digged it.
because it's Evil Dead, but it's a little different than what they've done
looked
before, and I
pretty
like
pretty
that.
rad,
And
yeah.
Was it
There's
kind
also
of
the
campy at all or anything like that?
You know,
or-
the one in 2013, which is honestly my favorite, just because it's not camp, and I don't know. I love the originals too, but 2013 is my favorite Evil Dead movie.
Be a little
just
more
for
serious.
How fucking brutal it is.
I don't think they
Yeah.
got
And how
campy
good
until like
the
Army of
acting
Darkness,
is.
though, right? I mean,
Oh, Evil Dead 2 is like
is it?
it reaches like almost parody level. Have you
does
seen
it?
Evil Dead 2?
Yeah, I've seen them all, but I don't like.
That's the one with like the fucking the deer
it's
mouth. That's
kind
like,
of like it's kind of like almost a remake of the first one, or
it
whatever,
is.
right? Like
It's
yeah.
the movie they wanted to make
Right,
when
right.
they only had the budget to do the first one that they ended
Gotcha.
up doing.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking wild.
Yeah.
I feel
I've
like
seen
Evil
Army
Dead
of
2 is
Darkness
super.
way more than any of them.
And Army of Darkness goes over the top, and that's
Yeah,
the one I've
that's
seen the least of
intentionally-
actually.
I just love that movie, but it's a very intentionally hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
The fucking
basically-
skeletons.
Yeah. It's so good, dude.
Did you all
So
watch
funny.
the Evil Dead series that
No, I
was
was gonna ask
streaming
you.
for
yeah,
a while?
I know they
It-
made a bunch more
Nah.
shit about with that.
I mean, it didn't last very long.
Yeah.
but
Bruce
it
Campbell's
was
in
really
it,
fun.
though,
It's
right?
yeah, it's Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, that's cool.
And as long as he's attached to it, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Which-
doing Evil Dead without BC. Or
Well,
you shouldn't.
I mean, well, other than the
They
new
did
movies,
those
which
new
I think
ones.
the last two installments have been awesome.
Was Sam
It's a
Raimi
glaring
have anything
omission,
to do
yeah.
with the new ones, or are they just like completely like we're
I'd have
rebooting
to
this
check,
franchise with fucking
because I don't know if it's just one of those things where they give him credit, like
he might
it
have
was
been
like originally
executive
developed
producer
by him or
whatever,
something
yeah.
like that.
That's usually what they do. Executive producer, like.
But I feel like his name was attached at least to the 2013 one.
it almost
I don't
would
know.
have to be in some way because
I'm
I mean,
pretty
he's
sure,
got,
yeah.
It's
he's
his
got to own the
intellectual property.
I don't know though because you sell that shit to the studio that puts the money behind it. You know what I mean?
good point,
And that's just
yeah.
kind of like, yeah, they're gonna do whatever the fuck.
I
they
feel like
wanna
I at
do.
least
It's
saw his
important.
name mentioned
Right.
in
It
somewhere in
probably
the
is.
pre-credits
He
or something like
probably,
that.
Like, yeah, helped to
Capitalizing
develop
on that
it.
sweet Campbell halo for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I just watched that's technically classified as a horror movie, although it's a bit of a stretch. Have you guys seen this Lighthouse flick?
Dude,
from a
The
few
Lighthouse
years
with
ago?
Willem Dafoe
Yeah,
and fucking
You told me
Robert
to fucking
Pattinson.
catch it.
I gotta watch that.
I don't even know what to say about
fucking
this
love
movie,
that
bro.
movie, dude. I love that movie.
I don't know you're this passionate about it.
Well, it's just crazy because like I watched it once, I was freaking blown away by it. I loved it, and then I've said like once a month since that day to my wife, like I really want to rewatch The Lighthouse soon, man. Like it was such a cool movie, like because I'm partially just because I want to reprocess it because it
Yeah.
is freaking
Oh,
wild.
yeah. I don't
But
know if
it's
there's
just-
any
it's just
sense to make out
Two
of it.
guys. It's just two guys trapped in a building, and it's black and white. It's by
Robert
Robert
Eggers,
Eggers,
yeah.
who did
The Vitch.
Hereditary.
Yeah, his.
Oh,
I've seen
yeah,
most of his other
he did-
movies. Yeah,
He did
yeah,
the,
I think so.
He did the Vitch. He
Yeah,
did
The
that
Witch
Northman movie, which
Yeah,
I haven't
The
seen.
Norseman
The
or
Witch,
the Northman
fucking
And The Lighthouse.
ruled,
I
Witch
think
is
Hereditary is Ari Aster, who also
Yes,
did
it is.
Midsummer.
Correct.
And
Oh, yeah.
Beau is Afraid. Oh my God, did you see Beau is Afraid?
That has I've made a note on my phone for like months to watch it. I'm a huge Joaquin Phoenix fan too. dude.
well,
Oh, yeah.
Joaquin's great in it. That movie's fucking weird.
Yeah.
And I think I saw it in theaters, and it's one of those movies I don't think I could spoil it if I tried because it goes everywhere.
Well, it's an
It goes all the fuck over
A24
the
flick
place.
too, right? And it's
Yeah.
very much like auteur, like A24. I've been
Well, Ari Aster
stroking
too.
off over. Yeah, Ari Aster's
Like,
bad,
he-
man, dude.
well, it is-
Midsummer is a dominant flick.
Yeah.
I only saw the
I love
first
Midsummer.
like little bit of that movie. I really need to watch it. There's so many
It's
fucking
true.
movies.
Which one?
A Midsummer.
Yeah, that's a big favorite.
There's a
favorite for
director's
us.
cut coming out just now that's supposed to have, well, again, it's fucking another 40 minutes of footage or some
It's
shit.
pretty-
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
The Lighthouse, though, man, like I assume it's the greatest movie ever made. I have no idea. I just watch it.
It's Willem Dafoe and it's in black and white. Is there any?
I was impressed with Robert Pattinson because until then, really, the
Yeah.
only thing I had ever like heard of him or seen him in was
Yeah.
fucking Twilight.
Yeah, I would
But to
say
see
that's
him
that
in
guy.
like a period role,
Yeah.
in like a serious role too, and yeah, Willem
He
Dafoe's
kinda
fucking
crushes.
awesome. So
Yeah.
he does, yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He's in that. I never saw it, but I heard it was really good. It's like
Cosmopolis.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
that's
was-
a pretty wild flick. That's cool.
That director has fucking made a bunch of great shit. Cronenberg or whatever. He's in
Oh,
Can we
Steve
acknowledge
Cronenberg,
that
yeah.
Willem Dafoe hasn't aged since he was in Platoon?
Yeah, he's
so true.
He was like 80 in Platoon. He's going full Keith Richards. Man. It's like a real reverse Benjamin Button type scenario where he starts out as 80.
I've looked weird for 40
Can we
years.
look up what's wrong with his face?
Willem Dafoe, why?
More like Willem Dafoe. Did you guys ever see the movie Antichrist? Crazy auteur shit.
Nah.
It's Willem Dafoe in that. It's a fucked up movie, right? But it's
think I know where
Lars
you're going
von
with
Trier.
this.
Have you ever heard of Lars von Trier? He's another one of these guys. It's a little more old school. But anyway, so like there's a lot of fucking in this movie. And,
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe was like prepared to do all of this, and apparently his junk is so weird they literally had to have a stunt cop.
I've heard this too.
What?
Because
I've heard is
like
Yeah.
the other actors were like intimidated by his dick, and they had to like put somebody else.
But not
in there.
because it's just a big hog.
That's
Like,
what
it's
I was
some-
thought.
No,
I
no,
thought
no,
it was
no.
just
no,
giant.
It's like crank 90 degrees to the left.
They said the producers were confused or something. Like something's going on.
How are we gonna
there
keep
that's
this thing
not
out of the
right,
shot?
dude. Something's going on. It ain't
I
right,
do
bro.
not know how I've heard this recently, but I
Maybe that's
Everybody
the key.
knows it.
I always took it to mean he's just got a huge
tidbit I've
dick.
heard
No, it
recently.
was something like
Can we Google
Willem Dafoe's bizarre penis.
It's like the least surprising fact you would ever heard. Like, yeah, he's got really weird junk, and it's
And
like,
also, it's
yeah,
just
I
like,
would
fair enough, I'll
assume
still
so.
do the movie. Like,
Right.
What if they, you drop in front
fine.
of the producers and they're like, something right here, dude. And he's like, yeah, that's fair.
That's an uncomfortable conversation.
I've lived with this my whole life. I
Academy
understand.
Award-winning Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta do something about this. It's coming. So this package, this is problematic. To
Holy
be sure.
shit. That's a fucked up movie, though. Antichrist. It's right in the same vein as all those movies you guys are just talking about. It's like crazy, trippy, horror,
I like that kind of shit.
bizarre. Like, just, it's the weirdest.
What was the didn't Lars von Trier do a flick with Matt Dillon, which is a really choice, really random, really weird horror movie?
Probably all his movies. I watched like 3 others of his, but I can't remember any of them. One of them was like black and white.
He did Melancholia with the upside down kiss chick from Spider-Man.
Kirsten Dunst.
Everybody
down
is in his movies is just from Spider-Man.
I mean, that's just how you have to remember actors and actresses, anyways.
Yeah.
Right? There's too many of
Well,
them.
when they're good at their role, you don't see her as Kirsten Dunst. You see
Their
her as
moments.
upside down makeup.
Yeah, it's the moments in the
Upside down
movies.
rain makeout chick.
Indeed.
Dude, Lenz, I raced somebody on my way here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
would
I
assume
never
you-
get to race anybody, like ever.
That
like I'm
surprises
like the
me.
most unlucky person.
Is it because you
ever.
don't try or
No,
Okay.
like
That sounds
I
kinda
just
like a
never,
you
I
problem.
never get lined up with anybody. It's never
Right.
any fun.
It
But
actually does happen a
Yeah.
lot less than you would think.
I
yeah.
know.
race you in Boston.
Yeah, It's- I never get to have any fun ever.
What was he in? What was he driving?
He was driving like a Honda. It was like,
Oh, of course he wanted to race you, dude.
Well, yeah,
Was
I mean,
it
it's-
lowered too?
Honestly, it was like pretty clean, and,
Okay,
and all he had was
Who
he
initiated
had
the race,
exhaust on it.
Yeah.
but it was like
Are you
he
revving?
had
You're not
he had
revving
dual
enough.
exhaust in the back, and it wasn't like
Was
some
it a
shitty
rev or
fart
look?
can.
That's the
This
question
is like
that
a
needs to be
courting
answered.
session
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining it.
Was
like
it
You won,
Lance?
though. I
who
Was it
takes
like
the
a
initiative in the revs?
No, man, we lined up on the highway. And,
Oh, okay.
and,
Did
we did a couple rolls. Yeah, it was really fun.
Nice.
Was it a Vin Diesel-esque look over to
Did you get his
like,
number?
Oh, yeah, I looked and I was like, and he was like,
Fame.
yeah, and I was like, all right.
Okay.
Jared drives a Challenger or a Charger, so
Challenger, God
Damn it,
damn
I
it.
always do that. I always
Everybody
do
does that.
Everybody
Fucking
mixes them
everybody.
up.
Yeah.
I feel like the move
There's
is
sweet
to
Challenger.
get one
It's-
of those
it's cool as
big
fuck.
exhausts, but then just like not race people. Just look over at him and like,
That's usually what happens.
You got to check out Ross's
Just driving
driving
an
garage,
appropriate
Jared.
speed.
I gave him props because he didn't have the giant single fart can exhaust.
Yeah, right.
you
Just
know.
the straight pipe with the fart can in the back.
Yeah,
dude.
it was a hatchback. It was
Oh,
it was
okay.
a
So
little
it's
modified turbo.
Nice.
You know, so
Little CRX thing or whatever.
yeah, it was cool. But anyways, that was my. I got here quicker. I got here quicker than I
Being
expected.
honest with you,
That was fun. Yeah,
Did
that
you
was,
guys
you know.
wrestle afterwards?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a gay little
Was there,
moment.
was there oil involved? Did you change each other's oil?
Greasy jelly
Really
I see
rev
you got
each
the
other's
little
engines.
mustache going on over there. That's what's going on.
Dude, I
over
was
there,
like, finally get to race somebody.
yes.
It's a stick too, isn't it?
My car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
So cool.
nice.
That's
That's like
fucking
having
so
a manual
cool.
transmission back. My first car was a manual. So
My
much fucking
second
fun I
car
got.
was a manual,
Even if
and I
it's a
was like,
shitbox,
I'll
it's
never
fun
not
to
drive a
drive.
manual
That
now.
was me.
Yes, man.
I drove manual for like 5 years, and
I've never had
when I
one.
got, when I got rid of them, I was like,
tremendous
I mean,
fun.
it was like a 92 Lumina and then a 92 Mercury Topaz.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
I
the
don't care,
Lumina
still-
was kind of cool.
The Lumina was kind of cool.
That was a very
That was the coolest
strange
car I ever
car.
had.
Like
Yeah.
that car just doesn't exist out in the wild anymore.
No,
At
that's
all.
why I liked
Yeah,
it.
Not
You know,
that
It had
style,
like
no.
it. I think it had. I mean, it wasn't a body kit, but it had like kind of a body kit look to it from the
Well, it had
factory.
skirts, yeah.
It
It
looked
was,
all
like a
sporty and shit.
Z34.
Z34,
It was like
something
I had
that.
one too. It was like a poor man's Monte Carlo. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You had one too?
decked out. Oh yeah.
Was it
Manual?
No, it was not.
It was a
sadly.
V6 dual overhead cam, right?
94, 96-ish, somewhere in there,
Nice.
maybe.
Yeah, no, that was the only, like, because I've never been like a car guy, so that was the only car I've ever had to be like, yeah, do a little head canopies. I know what those words mean.
There's words on it.
I just drive it and it's
For
fun.
reliability, probably not that
If my
great.
calculations
but-
are correct, it's approximately 2 times as good as a single overhead cam.
That tracks. That tracks.
I think it was a rare car, honestly.
I think it was
It
too,
was.
yeah.
I've never
I had to
seen one.
dump money into it, and I was like 18 at the time, and so yeah, I sold
I
it.
just wish you still had it. You know, what
I
mean?
do.
Like,
I do
yeah.
kind of wish I still had it.
Yeah.
Within a week, I've seen 2 Cybertrucks on the highway.
Really? I haven't
Yeah.
seen them in a while. Yeah.
You just
No
you
thanks.
you can spot them from a mile away
Of
because you're
course,
like,
yeah.
man, what is that dumb fucking thing coming down the road at me?
I've seen a couple lately driving around for work too, and I've seen some just like, look
I
at this
haven't seen them in
fucking
a while.
idiot.
I had a
Seen
shit post,
There's a
dude.
couple around here.
Yeah.
On Facebook a couple days ago, I made a post talking shit about Cybertrucks because there was a huge Cybertruck gathering
I
in
was gonna
fucking
say,
Texas.
that's what I saw. Yeah.
So as I was making
It's like
that,
gathering of the
It
Jeeps.
really was. It's like gathering
Blessing of the Jeeps. That's what it. Blessing of the Cybertrucks.
douchebags.
yeah. So as I was making that post, I shit you not, I was waiting for my physical therapy appointment in the parking lot, and as I was making that post, a fucking burgundy color Cybertruck pulled up right next to me.
Burgundy?
I guess so. It was in Burgundy. I swear to God.
I've only seen the classic
how high
gunman.
were you?
I swear to God, dude, like it was a burgundy painted Cybertruck.
For inspection, it was
Well,
an F-150,
you know,
but it was like,
At least if you paint it, you can like probably touch it and it won't rust.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's like one of the big things about it is
I
like
want to go like full
You can't
Blade
clean
Runner
it.
and then just rock the Cybertruck.
Yeah,
just
that
drive
was
around,
actually
ghosted
fucking
out.
hilarious.
Gosling style,
Yeah.
wears big ass
Neon
collars.
shit and stuff glowing, getting out.
getting ass.
Blasting
It's
lights
like
and
synthwave.
shit,
That's
man.
the move,
Yeah,
yeah.
blasting synthwave.
That's a good look.
Fuck yeah.
That's a real good look.
That's the way to do it. Some guy pulls up in a fucking oh fuck, what's the Back to the Future car? Fucking
DeLorean.
Yeah,
DeLorean.
Yeah, those Cybertrucks are
I
fucking,
mean, it does
I'm
look
not a
like the
fan.
truck version of a DeLorean,
Yeah,
I
it
guess.
kind of is, right?
You know,
It's kind of that same vibe.
yeah.
No, I haven't seen one in the wild, but I don't love the couple of Teslas I've been in. I just like, I'm not a fan of
I've never actually been in one.
Like the
I don't mind
interior or the exterior?
the interior specifically.
Yeah, it is
especially.
weird, right?
I
It's
hate
not
the-
only is it weird, it's cheap and lame.
That's
You
what
think
I
so?
heard.
Is it
Yeah.
like touchscreen controls
There's the
everything
big-
type shit too?
there's that-
Well,
so
that
it's
really
that.
bothers me.
Me too.
That's
All it is
unsafe.
one. It's just one screen.
I
That's
hate
it.
that.
That's it.
Yeah.
But it just feels cheap and like you just like it's just like this is just it's real plasticky and cheap. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like footage of people online of like getting in them for the first time, and they'll like be poking at the dashboard, and everything's just squeaking and kind of
Yeah.
wiggling. Like,
Yeah.
That's what you
Yeah.
want to see when you drop
Not a
150
fan.
fucking grand.
Oh my
Right.
God,
At,
yeah.
at where I work, it's sort of but the kid, I don't know, owner's kid had one, and they wanted to wrap it with our graphics and shit on it, and like they won't. Graphics places quit wrapping them basically universally because the paint was so bad on them that when you took the vinyl off, it
Just
ripped the paint right
off.
off. with it.
Jesus Christ.
So basically, like all these graphics places just started being like, "No, we don't do Teslas.
don't do Teslas at all."
I mean, that was a while ago, and I
Weird.
know they had a ton of quality control issues with their paint and shit. That was a big part of like bubbling all over on all their paint and shit. People,
In fairness, Musk is putting men on the moon. He doesn't have time to be
ain't
fucking
doing a
around.
goddamn
I mean,
thing.
he's not really doing that at all.
yeah.
His engineers might be making the rockets.
Back
He has
there
nothing to
crunching
do with
the
the moon
numbers. Just
landings.
Musk with one of those green accounting visors, furiously scrolling out equations in the back. Musk even works.
the like translucent ones.
Yeah. We need to get some of those for the fucking pod lounge.
That'd
We
be a
should be
good
wearing
look, yeah.
those green money guy. Why did the money guy?
Money guys?
Fucking
Yeah, what are those
weird-
for?
Play-
What the
yeah, I
fuck
know,
are those
yeah,
even
dude,
for?
Yeah. So it's some green visor. Like, oh, you play poker? Like, what is this? Like, what does this mean?
Yeah, I talked to our accountant, and he's always this small, like squirrely
Yeah,
guy with a green.
smoking cigarettes and shit.
with the green
visor.
Just perpetually angry for no reason all the time. It's like,
Why are
God
you
damn it.
mad? They never let me out of here.
It's burning heaters, smoking reds back.
green visor is actually to filter the fluorescent lighting coming from his office.
It might actually be.
Yeah.
It might actually be what it's for.
The lighting that sucks the life out of you.
It really does, man. I got fluorescent lighting in my office, and it's fucking terrible.
You seen
It's
Joe
terrible.
versus the Volcano?
No, I have not.
Oh man, that's a funny movie.
Long time. Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
right?
Tom Hanks.
Many
He works in that
movies I saw.
shitty office. It's like
Right.
the worst job ever in the fluorescent lights. He's like,
Yeah.
it sucks the life out of you.
It does, dude. It's brutal. It's brutal.
I can feel it just.
I hate that shit. I had to put like a floor lamp in my office.
Yeah,
And
dude.
just like just turn off the overheads and
Okay,
just like turn
lighting wise.
Yeah,
You're-
we
you're-
need- we
this
need some
whole
work
room.
here.
This whole room looks great. Like this
these
type
are
of
fun.
lighting is fantastic. I fucking hate LED white lights
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
anything
I
these
do.
days. They drive me
White light,
crazy.
yeah.
I cannot stand
dude,
that
it's way
shit.
I
too
need the
hard
soft
to buy the
white, dude.
yellow.
You
You go to somebody's house and it's in their can lights, it's
Yeah.
in their lamps, and you're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's too fucking hard.
I feel like I'm in a
Exactly.
showroom at Home
Yeah.
Depot or something. This is
Yeah.
too
Yeah,
much.
Same
they're
vibe as the
terrible.
fluorescence. It's like
Yeah.
that same like
Yeah. It's
ultra white.
soulless.
Yeah.
I fucked
Yeah.
up the other day at the
Yeah.
hardware store and was like, I'm looking
Yeah.
for light bulbs, and I was like, it's
coming harder to
daylight.
get. Yeah,
like the
yes.
sun.
Yeah.
The sun is yellow. And then I get home. I put it in there, and it's like, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh god.
He's like,
no.
this is going to be an unfortunate
important
6 months.
astronomy lesson. The sun is actually
Yeah.
white.
I want to get more lighting in here though. Some like I don't know, some kind of other vibey fucking shit going on or whatever. And downstairs in the studio and shit too.
Yeah.
Some I don't know. They sell a lot of shit like on Amazon. That's like LEDs. You can just program with your phone.
I like
and fucking do
backlighting
it.
stuff. Backlighting stuff is cool.
That's right.
Yeah, I want to try to do some more of that kind of shit. But the lava lamps is huge. Yeah.
I do love lava lamps in general. So
You love lamp?
I love lamp.
Yeah. I love lamp. Yeah, that was a huge pull. That one was my original one that I've had forever. But then when we were putting this together, I found this dude on Marketplace who had all these other ones for sale. And I was like, I'm your man. It's
This room's probably sucking
that
some serious
motherfucker
power
like?
right now.
Yeah, right now I know. That
A guy
fucking
with
Mewes is
multiple
going-
lava lamps has got to be an interesting cat in a sketchy situation.
Yeah, and I only bought a few. He had a bunch more, but they were all like kind of like weird, like like the newer ones have like graphics all over them.
yeah.
But they had, like,
Some of the
sparkly
classic ones, you know?
Yeah, I would
No,
never-
no,
Classics
you can't
only,
do that.
dude. Yeah.
Need that straight to the vein OG
Yeah.
lava lamp.
This is
This I like this.
Yeah,
one.
that was definitely the big one.
a
I
good
got
one.
from him. That one and my red one. Those are my.
It's curvy, bitch.
Bring back the lava lamp.
Yeah,
And the waterbed.
Give me a thick.
The water.
No, dude, waterbeds are actually trash.
Oh, really?
Have you ever laid in one?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, they're terrible. I
I,
have.
you ever-
I
have you
think it
ever-
would kill my
Have
back.
you ever lived out of one?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, I grew up on one. I had one for until I was like 10 years old. Or
My
something.
oldest sister had one for a long time.
Did she have back problems?
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know how you
that
don't
is
have
usually-
back problems.
That was legitimately fuck you up.
yeah.
It
It's not good.
seems like such a cool idea, especially when
Yeah.
you're a kid. You're like, this is fucking
Oh, I
awesome.
loved mine forever, and then
Yeah.
it fucking.
Well, you could sleep on a rock when
It
you were a
doesn't
kid.
suck,
Didn't
I
even matter.
promise.
But
It's fine.
man, now
it's
like
terrible.
my fiance's bed, when I started sleeping in, I was like, this is really soft, and like you bend, like you're all like your
that's not
back's
good.
all bent. It's like, damn, I need a hard bed
Yeah,
to
you
like
gotta have that
lay
support.
flat on, have some
Yeah.
support.
I got one of those
that fucks with
Helix
you.
mattresses, dude. You go through, you take their little quiz.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a custom
mattress.
yeah.
custom mattress.
Built just for me.
Yep. Then they build it for you out or whatever. You fucking score you on or whatever, different layers of foam and
Yeah.
shit. It's pretty good.
How often are you getting laid?
We got a super bed at home.
Yeah.
It's
You're gonna
just
have to. You're gonna have
two
to explain
queens
the super bed.
Yeah.
butted up against each other.
But one has a
that's
box
nice.
spring and one doesn't, so it opens up
Yeah,
other
it's a low.
options.
Yeah, options.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing. I've always wanted to do a room that's like nothing but mattress.
Well, that's what it was
I've
at
had
our
that-
old house.
I've had that
Because
fantasy.
the bedroom
Right,
was really
right.
small, so the whole bedroom was basically a fucking mattress.
yeah.
We just walk in and we just shove each other over.
Nice. Look where this is going.
Keep going. Yeah.
Just suplex
Get down there.
Just for funsies.
Yeah, man, having a good mattress is like, it's kind of like fucking invest in that like over anything.
Oh my
You know
God,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Spend half
fuck
your life
college,
sleeping,
fuck your
so
TV, fuck your fucking
Yeah.
PlayStation and shit,
Yeah.
dude. Get that fucking good mattress and it fucking will change everything.
Mattress is smart for
Yeah.
sure.
You ever try one of those purple mattresses? You know the purple?
I've seen them.
Ones that
in the
fucking-
store.
Look, I just got.
Is that a brand or
Yes,
just
it's
like
a
no,
brand.
just the ones that happen to be
Just any
it is a
purple
brand.
mattress.
Yeah, it means majestic. You know, purple.
Okay.
used to mean
Yeah,
majestic.
yeah. It's
No.
like royal.
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome.
The guys from not Bill and Ted. What was the fucking
Jay and Silent Bob.
they were the Adult Swim show, and it was the Adult Swim show.
Yeah,
with,
that one.
with the guy that's not Will Ferrell from Step Brothers.
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly.
Steve
Yeah. John C. Reilly was advertising the purple mattress on YouTube for like
Oh.
Yeah,
ever.
that adds up. They're
That was
fucking
a long way to
marketing
go to
was
fucking
hilarious.
John C. Reilly.
So I knew how to get there.
You're talking about like Tim and Eric.
Took a
Is that
side
what you're
road to
trying to
my
go
bed.
for?
No,
Well, 'cause
I know what show you're
He was
talking
a side.
about. man,
John C. Reilly was a side character on Tim and Eric, right?
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
I think they
Then
took
he got
that
his
side
own
character and
thing.
did their
Yeah.
his own show with it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, the
He was
purple
selling
mattresses.
mattresses, huh?
He was, and they're actually pretty solid. I demoed one, and they're like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
what I'm saying. They're really expensive.
it's like it's like a silicone grid pattern.
so- crazy
talking
grid
the
thing,
silicon
yeah.
there, you're talking hex pattern,
pretty
you're talking
nice.
honeycomb.
Yeah.
Merely a whisper.
Okay, now it's. I feel like I've seen
Superior
that
distribution
infomercial.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like really funny commercials too. Like
Yeah.
They are
legitimately,
actually.
like-
It's pretty good.
Oh, they had like
There's
the
like
ones
a
with the
guy on a
princesses and
computer,
shit,
like,
right?
Do you guys remember when like memory foam was like such a huge thing? Like, memory foam pillows. You ever
yeah.
try one of those?
Yeah.
I thought they were
rocking it
super
right
cool
now.
as a kid, and like my mom got me one, and I was like, oh yes, it's cool. Well, like I tell you what, if you ever got in a pillow fight with somebody, you want to grab a memory foam pillow because that is like a rock.
It's a
It is
widowmaker,
dense
son.
and heavy. You could knock somebody out with that.
sure.
You just get that face imprint on it.
Something to remember you about.
that slow motion.
I took that camping as a kid. We went on like a class trip to like Cran Hill Ranch, and I took it with me. You know, we all had to bring like a sleeping bag and a pillow. And then like the last day, we're getting all of our stuff out. They're like, make sure you get all your stuff out of the cabin. We put it outside. It rained, it downpoured, and it completely soaked that pillow. I got off the bus and I was like, where's my pillow? And they're like, it's gone, buddy. They threw it in the trash. It's
Come over here,
gone.
let's have a talk.
Sit down, little buddy.
I was
Sit
like,
down.
Guys, all right, I'm gonna blow you
I had
guys
the cool
some minds
pillow.
on the pillow game. Have you ever heard / do you remember the Sobakawa pillow?
Wow, no.
I was rocking a Sobakawa pillow for decades back in the day. They had this infomercial with this Chinese guy, and he really sold me on it. It's like all kinds of ancient
It's like the
Chinese
original My
secrets.
Pillow guy.
And it's, it was made with buckwheat husk, and it's just going, the buckwheat husk. It's air cooling.
I know the buckwheat husk.
What the hell even is that?
I'm sold on buckwheat husk, bro. If you're sleeping on anything that's
sounds
not
terrible.
buckwheat husk, you're fucking around. You're wasting your life.
I'm like imagining
Buckwheat
like
husk is where
a
it's at.
fucking barn house with like hay sticking out of it.
No, it's
After we harvest the buckwheat,
it's
just
among
throw
the
the husk into
finest
this
husks you can
pillowcase.
sleep on for sure. Buckwheat's a top 3
Premium
husk.
husk.
Top three.
Each one of the best husks ever made. I'm all about the buckwheat.
I fully endorse it. A lot of people tell me.
Buckwheat husk. It's a lot better.
Oh fuck, man! I fucking tried out one of those My Pillows for a minute before it was this fucking thing that it is now.
Yeah.
They were like selling them at like Bed Bath and fucking whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh sweet, the My Pillow. They were terrible. I was like, this pillow sucks. Fucking
It'll
god
protect you from the deep state.
They were such a fucking scam,
Can we
dude.
agree that My Pillow guy rules? So that guy is the man. He's
He's hilarious to watch. I'll give
He
you
is
that.
living proof that if you're,
wash and dry My Pillow is all thoroughly.
you just gotta be charismatic enough. You know, it's like the flex.
mustache.
You
He's
gotta
like the
know
flex
your
tape
audience.
guy, except for that guy actually
yeah.
makes good products.
That's true.
But he makes
It's like
funny
if the
shit.
slap chop
Right.
guy was like campaigning for Trump. I'm
Yeah.
gonna slap chop up. These
Yeah,
other
remember
guys.
the Shamwow
Slap my
guy?
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that the
same guy. Yeah,
the same guy.
Shamwow. The
Slap chop.
He got busted for like he got in a fight with a hooker. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
He's
mug shot.
Yeah, with a black eye and everything because he fucking
Problematic bloodstains.
Shamwow. Yeah.
He's like, I will slap chop your ass.
not a sponge, bitch. It's a Shamwow.
No, dude, that Flex Seal is easily the most glorious info commercial of all time.
Oh my God.
dude, you remember
Gaping
OxyClean,
gunshot
bro?
wound to
Doesn't
the
he
gut.
take like a
Flex Seal it.
fucking? Doesn't he take like a chainsaw to a boat and cut a hole in
cuts
it?
the most
Hospice claim every.
It was Billy Mays, the original shit. I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
dead.
yeah, he's
Billy
dead now.
Mays had me with the
Billy Mays here.
OxyClean.
Yeah.
Yeah, OxyClean.
OxyClean.
OxyClean is
I'm
pretty
just
good.
shit,
watching like the
Indeed.
it was. I don't know. I was kidding. I was like,
Billy Mays was selling it. I was buying it.
yeah. Well, no, I wasn't because I was a literal child.
I mean, he
but,
just
you know.
yelled it into your brain.
he really
You
did.
couldn't
Yeah,
forget.
no,
Really sold with conviction that man. Pour one out for
That's what it's all
B-Mays,
about.
so.
You just gotta have personality.
I
And
think him and the Shamwow guy got into it too. For real.
Yeah, did they have beef?
I'm not even
yeah.
joking. They had,
Infomercial diss
legit
tracks.
fucking beef, dude.
That's the documentary that the people
It really
demand.
is.
There is
the
a documentary.
behind the scenes.
There is
probably
one.
is.
There is
Yeah.
one. There is one.
Yeah.
Shortly after he died, it was released because they worked together too for a little bit.
Really
Like-
raining on my parade with this.
He didn't even look it up either. That's coming straight from the fucking zone knowledge here. We need to get the Shamwow guy on the pod, though. That's the get. dude.
Yeah.
That's the get. Let's get
Tell
that
your
whole
story.
There
dude.
seems like
Tell
a
your
pretty
story.
high
Yep.
likelihood we can score the Shamwow guy.
It's-
This might be top.
Yeah,
You might
priority.
wanna-
50-50.
We might have to learn his name first.
No,
it's Shamwow guy.
Yeah, title Shamwow
Shamwow
guy.
guy.
We only call him Shamwow
All right,
guy.
Shamwow guy. Thanks for
All right,
coming in, man.
Shamwow
We really
guy.
appreciate it.
it's like
Somebody
Vince,
look
right?
up where Shamwow guy
I think
lives
it
so we can
is.
send him an
I think
email.
it is.
Vince something.
That's mad Shamwow guy now.
Shamwow guy, when you were convicted of assault,
Whatever.
what was your first?
We got Shamwow guy and the hooker that beat his ass here on the podcast.
They're married now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the thing, wasn't
Oh
she?
my god, he got fucked up.
I wasn't joking, dude.
Why does Shamwow guy look vaguely like Tim Curry in this picture?
He really does. Oh man, he
They gotta
does
get
not
Shamwow
look-
Dude,
guy
they
for
beat the
Clue
shit out of
remake
each other.
poster.
Yeah, she looks rough too.
That
Oh
looks
my
like
God.
fucking, she looks like Charlize Theron or whatever, doesn't it?
That's like a
Doesn't she?
monster,
yeah, I mean,
Charlize
Maybe
Theron
that's
right
what I'm
there.
thinking of. Maybe
He's got a
for
little
real.
Johnny Knoxville thing going on.
Yeah, he's like Tim Curry, Johnny Knoxville.
And Benicio del Toro. It's got a Benicio in there. All right, find out his real name.
Okay.
We've established we think
Shamwow
it's
guy,
Vince.
real name.
Vince.
Yeah.
We know it's Vince.
Shlomi, dude. Vince Shlomi, dude.
Come
Vince
on,
Shlomi
man.
for Shamwow.
All right, he's just Shamwow guy
Come on,
now.
Shamwow guy, dude.
Kind of
Man.
a lame name.
I prefer Slap Chop, if I'm being completely honest. but-
Slap chop is the
Slap
shit.
chop.
Just slapping my
Fuck
nuts.
you on in there.
That's the new band name, boys.
Slap my
That's
nuts.
the new band name. Slap Chop. That
Yeah,
goes
that's
on
pretty
the
good. That's good.
Those were good, man. That was endless content for Djibouti dubs back in
Oh,
the day.
dude, the what the
Djibouti
fuck
dubs.
blanket.
The what? Those copper pan ones too. Oh my god, that's classic stuff.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, we got to start a hardcore band called Slap Chop, though.
I
Oh
dig it.
man,
Yeah,
put that
I
one
really dig
on
it.
the
I'll
list.
say it.
Yeah, you used it. It goes on the list.
Yeah, that's a fucking song. Now, that's a picture like you go, we are Slap Chop, you know, like just nothing but blast beats. It's all blast beats with the slap chop on the snare, you know.
Singer's just got one on a stool.
Your entire band's made out of slap chops.
Various sizes.
This one's a MIDI controller.
This dude Tom runs on the
Bass slap chop and
Distortion pedals look like slap chops.
All kinds of Dana Carey shit on the
Some
slap
guys
chop.
looking around like, what? I don't know what to do.
Everything's
with this.
diced now. You diced my cables.
That's the soundtrack for the third Dune. It's nothing but slap chop.
Indeed,
fucking
winning you're winning an Oscar.
He could take that sound and do
Slap
something
chops.
amazing with it. He'd be like,
For
I
real.
made this with a slap chop,
but
and
allow
you'd be
for
like,
sure.
I bet
Here's
you
your
did.
Oscar, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you.
here's your Oscar.
Hans Zimmer should have sold the slap chop.
Indeed.
Just in between writing these, legendary timeless scores, you think he could demonstrate how to cut up a bunch of fucking peppers or
Could
something?
you endorse this chopping product?
Gotta get Will
Indeed.
Smith up on there for
Yeah, there you go. I'm Will Smith here for the slap chop.
The slap chop made a joke about my
Slap and
wife.
chop.
That's hot.
Slaps and chops.
Just ask Chris Rock.
Indeed.
Chris Rock's face on the slap.
He just names a carrot Chris. Just staring dead-eyed into the camera.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Oh my god,
Put these
dude.
carrots right in.
That's the best skit. Will Smith selling the slap chop.
He's slapping Chris Rock's face.
Screaming at it. Tears and shit. Get my wife's name out your mouth.
Just as
And
disapproving.
then he just
Corner of the reel.
and then he just goes and sits in a chair and it's like,
stares right at the camera.
Will, you got it. It's cubed. It's diced. You got it.
fucking awkward ass situation.
Oh man. Oh goddamn! So anyway, I'm definitely seeing Bad Boys this weekend. The new Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
Rave reviews. Side note, man. It really is. People
Is it
love
really?
some bad boys. Oh yeah,
It's probably
it's
actually
bad
probably
boys.
pretty sweet, but yeah,
Bad boys the shit. Gotta
it's
hate it
hilarious.
too.
Fuck boys, I think we should probably wrap this shit up on that note.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Do you guys want to hear a new song? Because we came prepared.
Oh, that's
with
right.
that.
We were
Yeah.
gonna. We would love to hear a new song. Are you
Yeah,
able to
it's
pull
like a
that up?
new
You got
old
it?
song.
I forwarded it to your Facebook chat. I forwarded the file to your Facebook
Jesus
chat.
Christ. How about we just play the song on the outro on the,
There we
on the
go.
episode?
I'm
Does
good
that
with
work
it.
for you
There you
guys?
Let's do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that because I have no idea. It's going to take me 20 minutes to fucking find it and pull it up. So.
Okay.
Len's like, I tweeted it to you via MySpace.
Well, it's like in MySpace. You're like,
I don't know. I said it to you. I was like, I don't
You
know.
did.
This is the song we want to premiere. Do something with it.
You
We
did.
probably
I
should have
don't
talked
know.
about that on the break, but
Yeah. No, it's all good. So, all right, we'll introduce it now. What's the name of the track?
It's called Go Nuts for Donuts.
Which is epic. That's
Yeah.
All right, so this is fucking Go Nuts for Donuts by Paradigm Shifter that you're hearing now.
Magic post.
Here it goes.
I love this song.